Happy Sunday to all of you. Welcome to NFL Pub Hub right here on Pub Sports Radio. This is season 5 of NFL Pub Hub, and it's our best season ever. We've had 28 cappers on this show. This is obviously week 7 that we are attacking here. So through 6 weeks, the top, all 28 cappers combined, 171 wins, 158 losses, 52% plus 18.88 units. Our top 5 have been absolutely spectacular. And shout out to our top 5 in first overall, Bobano, who's hitting leadoff here this morning, 34-21 plus 10.95 units. Then we have LJ. LJ is hitting 8th in today's lineup. He is 19-10 plus 8.24 units. Then we had Old E, a revelation last week. 4-0 plus 8 units. Good God. 4-0 plus 8 units. He's in third. He is joining us again. Had him back. TJ in fourth, 11-3 plus 7.84 units through 2 shows. Spooner 8-2 plus 5.8 units through 2 shows. Our top 5 combined are 76 and 36, hitting at 67.9% plus 40.83 units. And they will all be on the show here today. In 6th place is Dutch Boy Fresh. Imagine 14-10 plus 4.56 units. Doesn't get you in the top 5. Shout out to all the cappers joining us. We have a hell of a show. Bobano, Spooner, Marley, our season 3 runner-up and season 4 champion. He has the best overall record in the show's history. He's off to a bad start this year on our show, but we know 2 weeks does not a season make. And we believe in Marley and Brothers and Bets enormously. We have Flash making his season debut here in NFL Pub Hub. We have Peter Loshak making his season debut in NFL Pub Hub. Then TJ, Oldie, LJ, and then Jose going to give us a couple best bets, a few best bets, or one. We'll see what he's conjuring up for us to close out the show. Thank you guys for joining us. We got Scott, Justin McKelvey, Stacks Play Day number 1, Jefferson, 90 plus receiving yards. Number 2, Judkins over 90.5 rush yards. Oh, shoot, sorry, copy that. And let's get this copied and pasted. We must work quickly, but we are in absolute business here. And I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up about the day. I was very fortunate to just catch that first half under in Rams Jaguars. Feeling like a good day will commence here. Shout out to Kripke in the house, Star Child, Kenny Varner, Vincent Hawkins, MMA Mad Hatter, our leader in the NFL Cappers contest. MMA Mad Hatter right here in our chat, 21-9. Spooner, Nicholas Earl, and I are 1 game back at 20-10. There is our leader right there, and those are his contest picks. Houston plus 3, Indianapolis plus 1.5, KC minus 11.5, Cleveland minus 2.5, Giants plus 7. What a guy. Truth Teller in the house. We got Harold Williams, cashing Rams first half, Irish King, Donut Silks. Thank you guys for joining. It's great to see all of you guys. There's Old E in the house. Agent Parlay said, let's make some money. The Nuke Worker, Chief Wiggum, J. Cop, Wine Time Sports said Cassie under somehow. I know. It's nice to say that once in a while. Brian Smith, J. Cop, Gerald Jones, Hefe ready to get to work. Jim Dewigger, Lil Domo, Flea Mathis, Smooth Bosky says checking in from Niagara Falls. What a great, great group. Craig Wood, Walla Walla Dose, Kent Davies, Domo. Great to see all of you guys. Thank you for joining us. It is time to get to work. Yes, Jerry Jones, I was never close to betting the Jags. Use the Rams in my not this contest, but in my full NFL pools. But no, just the first half under, full game under for me. So my action here, and I've not added anything. This is the first week I've not added anything. This is all bet. I took the Colts in the look-ahead line a week and a half ago. Minus 110. That was a mistake. Browns minus 2.5. Miami, Cleveland first half under 20.5. I beat that by 4 points. Miami, Cleveland full game under 40.5. I beat that by 5. Some books I've beaten that by 5.5. Just cashed LA Rams, Jacksonville first half under 23.5. I have the full game under 45. I have Tennessee, New England first half under 20.5. Full game under 42.5. I have the Cowboys plus 2 at minus 112. Lions double result at plus 115. Texans plus 3.5 minus 110. It's the least amount of volume I've had in an NFL week. I'm still interested in the Jets plus 1, the Titans plus 7, the Saints plus 4, the Cardinals plus 7, but I've poked holes in all of those spots. I don't know if I move on them. And then 49ers minus 2, Lions minus 6, I expect to bet. Let's roll and bring on not only is he our season 5 leader with a spectacular record of 34-21 plus 10.95 units. He's also our Season 2 champion. Please welcome from Canada's black and yellow steel town, Hamilton, Canada, our guy, Mr. Ian Cameron, to the show. Bobano, how are you?
I'm good, Jimmy. It's been a great NFL season. Let's try to keep it going today.
Well, let's roll right into Dolphins-Browns here. Huntington Bank Field, Njoku is out for the Browns. Conklin, an important offensive lineman, is concussion questionable. I moved on the Browns minus 2.5 on Tuesday, and I crushed the market move towards the under. We talked about, the weather and how it all just shaped up, and I didn't think it would go down to 35. If I did, I would have put a lot more money on it and then middled it. I can still middle it. A minus 2.5, minus 107. Browns open up. They're now minus 2.5 at minus 115. And when we get to the total here for this one, 34.5. Jeez, God, maybe I should just middle this, man. I got the 40.5 and the 20.5 on the first half. So that's all looking very, very, very good. 34.5. Wow. We get to the cash flow for this one. We have 61% of the tickets, 76% of the cash on the Browns, 80% of tickets on the under, and 91% of cash on that under. Ian Cameron, take it away.
Yeah, I love Cleveland. This might be my favorite bet today, the entire card, certainly from a side perspective. I think it's a great situation for Cleveland. I know we're dealing with a rookie quarterback in Dylan Gabriel. We're dealing with a few injuries, specifically on the O-line, but factor in how tough this has been for the Browns the last couple weeks. They throw Dylan Gabriel in a million miles away from home in Europe against Minnesota for his first NFL start. Not an easy task. Then you got to fly all the way back to the States and play a rested off a bye week Pittsburgh Steelers team last week on the road, and Tomlin phenomenal in his career off a bye week. And obviously, those are brutal situations for Cleveland, and they obviously fell short in both of those games. That being said, I think Gabriel actually looked okay against Minnesota. I think it probably was a step back last week, but Pittsburgh, had the right game plan, the extra time to prepare. Now you get him at home, and now you get him in a bounce-back spot off 2 losses against a Miami team that doesn't do anything well. They don't rush the quarterback. They can't stop the run. Their secondary sucks. Their offensive line can't open up holes for the run game. Tua Tagovailoa is often under pressure. Myles Garrett will probably be in his grill a lot today. And I would think the run game gets going with Quinshon Judkins. It's a horrible Miami run defense. And I think if Judkins gets going on the ground, that'll take a lot of pressure off Gabriel and allow him to make some more plays. And you have to talk about the weather. Anytime you see the Miami Dolphins playing outdoors in weather like this, that doesn't scream a spot to bet on them. They've been terrible in these situations in bad weather games. So, yeah, I love this bet here. Cleveland minus 134.
Minus 134, 69 Fahrenheit rain showers, 19 mile per hour winds. We have boots on the ground, Cleveland Cappers, letting us know that the wind advisory from Donut Silk's wind advisory is lifted at noon. We roll on to our next spot on the board, Patriots Titans. This is another double up on the under for me, but I have not beaten this line move, unfortunately, and that makes me nervous. Oh, I guess I beat it. But I got the 42.5 full game under 42.5, first half under 20.5. 41.5 now, juice to the under. That's good because this was a 42.5 at 7:19 this morning. So, I mean, moving towards the under, I guess that can make me feel a little better. I was close to the Titans all week. I never moved on them. They've been available at 7 all week. It's now a 6.5. Of course, Callahan, both Brian and Bill out. McCoy in, old Cleveland coach. We have a spot where weather is an issue, but it's expected to only be an issue for the first half of this one is the idea. Oh, sorry, got the wrong thing up here. Supposed to only be an issue for the first half. So we have 63 Fahrenheit rain showers first half, but 18 mile per hour winds as well, which die down slightly as the game goes on. We have 70% of the tickets, 72% of the cash on the Patriots. I'm using them in Survivor. We have 53% of tickets on the under and 77% of cash on the under. We have Stephon Diggs questionable for the Patriots, but Calvin Ridley is out for Ward and McCoy in his first game as coach of the Titans. Bobano, take it away.
Yeah, I thought I had my phone with me, but it's charging. So you're gonna have to check what the Bet365 price on New England double result is because
Sure.
that's what I'm on here in this game. Patriots double result. I know it's the coaching change angle. Let me throw something out there with the coaching change angle in the NFL. It doesn't work like it does in the NHL or NBA. those sports I like to back the team off a coaching change. Last year there were 3 in-season coaching changes in the NFL. Those teams went 1-2 against the spread last year in their first game after the coaching change. So, I don't really buy into that angle as much in the NFL. And Tennessee's just a horrible football team right now. That's another issue I have. And they're like Miami. What do they do right? And now they got Calvin Ridley, their best weapon, out. I think they got one okay player in the secondary, and that's Xavier Woods. Outside of that, I think you can throw on this team. And Drake May now has had 4 consecutive 200-plus passing yard games. So I know it's a coaching change. Maybe it's a little uptick, but I think anything less than 7 is good with New England. I have the -6.5 in pocket, but I like the double result better. Just ask them to win the half, win the game, and don't underestimate the impact of Vrabel going back to Tennessee. He wouldn't mind sticking it to this team. I have no doubt in my mind about that. So Patriots double result for me, whatever the price is.
Plus 105 available right now at Bet365. Patriots double result plus 105 for Bobano. We head over to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Eagles, Vikings. J.J. McCarthy will dress. He's the emergency quarterback, number 3 with the ankle injury. The question is Jalen Carter. That's who. And Landon Dickerson, offensive guard and tackle needed. Very, very, very much needed here. And Kyle Hintley making a huge move on the Patriots here. And I will be cheering for him. He did join me on the Lightning on Friday when I didn't know about Kucherov's sickness until 2 hours before in that 2-1 loss at Detroit. I feel very guilty about being so bullish and not with 2 days rest off. And I didn't know about Kucherov until 2 hours before a puck drop. But here we go. Eagles, Vikings. We have the Vikings +2. The look ahead was +2.5. It opened up on Sunday night +3, and it quickly went down to 1. Now we're at a +2, so we've had a slight move towards the Minnesota Vikings. My co-host in Bankroll Blitz, Troy Torrance, very confident in these Eagles in this spot, and I couldn't quite get there. I get it, but I couldn't get there. I get it's a buy low spot for the Eagles. I just couldn't quite get there with the way Hurts is playing. This total opened up at 4. The look ahead was 42.5. Opened up on Sunday night at 42, and now we're up to a 44. A big move to the over. We have Wentz at quarterback for these Vikings. 63% of the tickets, 61% of the cash on the Eagles, 58% of the tickets, and 70% of cash on the under. Ian Cameron, take it away.
Okay, so the question is, we know it's Carson Wentz, and he's playing his old team. Do we trust Carson Wentz against any sort of defense with a pulse that can get pressure, that can collapse the pocket? No, not in my opinion, to me, because he takes too many sacks. And I was waiting all week to see what the injury situation. First of all, I don't think the injury situation is as good for Minnesota as I thought it was going to be coming into this game. And then Philadelphia announces Jalen Carter's playing, and that's a difference maker. I mean, Jalen Carter's a massive, important piece to this defense. I mean, all you have to do is look at how the Cam Scadaboos of the world running the football down this team's throat last week with no Jalen Carter on the field. Look at the way they defended Dallas in that first game of the season, that when he got ejected for spitting on Dak Prescott. So Jalen Carter is absolutely a big part of this defense, and having him on the field now that he's confirmed to play is big. And if you're going to get Wentz against any kind of team that can get after the quarterback, I don't trust it. I just don't. And I'm going to be on Philadelphia. I've got so many reservations about Philly. It feels like locker room chemistry is not there. It feels like there's sniping going on. It feels like there's just something wrong with this team right now. But boy, oh boy, I mean, I just don't know how Carson Wentz is going to function against this kind of a defense here. And if anything, the Eagles should be pissed. You've lost 2 in a row. You frittered a game away against Denver. You got totally dominated within your own division by the New York Giants last Thursday night. So from that standpoint, it is a step up, buy low spot on the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a game I thought I was going to be. I was actually initially leaning Minnesota earlier in the week, and I've kind of changed and pivoted here. And I'm going to take a shot here with Philadelphia in this spot on the money line in this one to bounce back after a couple of tough losses. This really comes down to I don't trust Wentz against a defense that can get after it. So I will take Philadelphia here -122.
You are in business. Eagles -122, and a lot of support here in the chat. We roll on to Colts, Chargers, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. I've been so bullish about fading the Chargers last few weeks. I'm not as bullish this week. Obviously, Charvarius Ward getting knocked out pregame, not fully knocked out, but concussed, hurt. Now, my expectation is Kenny Moore is in the lineup, good to go, ready to rock. That's my expectation for 4:05 p.m., but we haven't had that 100% confirmed unless somebody can let me know about that. Joe Alt out and Trey Pipkins out. You know how important that is to me. But now Khalil Mack and Denzel Perryman have both been activated. They're still both listed as questionable. A lot of people expect them back on the field for how many snaps and all that. I mean, but obviously that's going to help this pass rush that's been nowhere to be found. The trade with the Ravens did help last week to give them a little bit more pressure. But they've had one player pressuring the quarterback and nobody else doing a goddamn thing all year long. So that's the situation. Also, Hassan Haskins is questionable with the chest injury. You know, we're down to their third and fourth string running backs out there, although Vidal looked very good last week. So let's get into the line history here for this one. Unfortunately, I was still in my bullish fading the Chargers thing going on last week, so I bet on the look ahead. It turned out not to be the smartest move. This total opened up at 48 minus 110. It's now over 48 at minus 115. My pops has moved again, money line and spread, and I sent his action in. And he bet more than his usual unit. His usual unit's 300. He sent in 350, 175 on each, and I sent it in. And I have my look-ahead bet in, but that's it. That's all I've done in this one. 9.5 units the last 2 weeks and just one here this week. The Chargers opening up, or the look-ahead was 1.5. The look-ahead got down to a pick'em. It reemerges Sunday night at 1.5. It goes back down to a pick'em. Now we're back to Chargers -2. Very interesting. Oh, and then cash flow. Sorry. Cash flow here for this Chargers spot. We have 60% of the tickets, 50% of the cash on the Colts, 57% of tickets on the over, 57% cash on the under. Take it away, my man.
Yeah, I like the over here in this game. I think there's points. I've come to the point where the Indianapolis Colts offense functions most weeks against pretty much anybody. And don't be fooled by the Rams loss, because if A.D. Mitchell doesn't fumble, they're going to score more points and maybe even have a chance to win that football game. But they've been scoring every week. And here's the issue with the Chargers. We thought their run defense had gotten better. Last couple weeks, we're not so sure again. They've given up. Krosky Merritt ran the ball down their throat when they played Washington. Last week, Achane, even though they beat Miami, Achane got going running the football. And now you got to face Jonathan Taylor. So I worry about that from a Chargers defense standpoint. And obviously with Daniel Jones, when Taylor's running well, it opens everything up to Pierce and Pittman and Tyler Warren and all the weapons downfield for the Indianapolis Colts. So if they can run the football, and the Chargers run defense has gotten loose here these last couple weeks, and I think they can run it, they should put up points. This Colts defense, though, God, that was an eye-opener last week. They're getting shredded and torched in the secondary by, of all people, Jacoby Brissett. That's not a good sign for Justin Herbert. And say what you will about now, my biggest issue with the Chargers offense has been the O-line injuries. Is it just the other guys are stepping up, the other linemen that are taking those spots? Or is it Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh have learned how to run this offense with those O-line injuries, get the ball out quickly? And they've emphasized that with Justin Herbert. And because that was pretty impressive with all those O-line injuries. Now, it is Miami's defense, but still, to have that kind of an offensive showing and put themselves in position to win that game on that drive last week. So maybe Herbert and the Chargers have figured out how to make this offense work, even with the offensive line injuries that they've suffered. And they've suffered a lot of them here this season. So I think both teams do enough here as far as points on the board for this game to go over. So I will go over 48 minus 115.
You are in business. As you know, I'm close to this football team. My dad's extremely close to them. And, when Poona Ford wasn't re-signed, we knew the running game would be a problem. What happened to the running defense was Deshaun Hand started stepping up, stopping the run, and he's out. He's been out for 2 weeks. And what's happened, of course, you mentioned.
Excellent point. That's a correlation. You're right, to his absence. Exactly when he went down. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So, I'm not sitting here saying, everywhere I've looked.
Well, that's the thing. Krosky Merritt and Achane are running it, and now you got to deal with Taylor. So that's the concern. Yes, absolutely. And everywhere I look, everybody is on the Chargers. You're going to hear a capper that's not here shortly, which gives me confidence, but I'm just not nearly as bullish. And I lean Colts. I don't trust the Charger defense to stop the Colts fully, especially on the ground. Razor and everybody. Look, market wise, But I pivoted to the over because then I saw Jacoby Brissett torching that Colts pass defense last week. I'm like, what?
But no Charvarius Ward, no Kenny Moore.
Yeah.
I mean, so Kenny Moore coming in, but I understand.
Ward's still out, though. Ward is still out for this game.
Oh, yes, Ward's out, but at least Kenny Moore is going to be in here. Yes, Perryman and Mack are both expected to play a little bit today, but that again, that's not being confirmed, but they have been taken off of IR. So, they've been activated, and that's all at this point we know. But if everybody, except for Aubrey now and someone, everybody's told me the Chargers are winning this, which is the same thing that they told me last week. Last week I was very confident on the situation. But this week, everybody telling me it's Chargers, and everybody in the chat saying the same thing. We shall see. Over 48 for Bobano. We move on to Giants, Broncos, Empire Field, Mile High, Denver, Colorado, 73 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 3 miles per hour. The Abdul Carter hamstring is hanging over the Giants, but they have a lot of positive energy going on. But this line has moved towards the Broncos. Initially, this was my whole plan, was to use the Broncos in Survivor, and I ditched that plan. But now we have 8s across the board. I imagine that's predicated on Abdul Carter, but we'll let Bobano let us know. I'm looking at -7.5 and -115. So this line is moving towards the Broncos. There's certainly a ton of magic going on with Scadaboo and Jackson Dart. We have a total here at 40.5. This opened up, or the look ahead was 41. It reemerged at 40.5, and that's where it is at 40.5 right now. And when we get to the cash flow for this spot here, we have 68% of the tickets, 77% of the cash on the Broncos line moving in their direction, 68% of tickets on the under, and 76% cash on the under. Ian Cameron, take it away.
Yeah, I'm going to take the G-Men here, plus the points. The extra time from the Thursday night win, I guess we're going to find out, the one thing with the Giants is how they've clearly gotten a bump from Jackson Dart. But we saw them have a big win against the Chargers and then fall flat against the Saints. That does concern me. The last time they had a big win for Jackson Dart, and it was a mistake-prone, turnover-prone game against the Saints. And I worry a little bit about that here. A huge dominant win against, the defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles, division rival. Do you fall flat again here? But I don't like this spot for Denver. And right now, I don't trust many elements of this Broncos team to be laying points like this. You look back now at this Denver schedule. They had a win against Tennessee by 8, didn't cover the closing number. They lose at Indy, 29-28. They lose to the Chargers, 23-20. And then their last 3 wins, they beat up Cincinnati, who was god-awful, could have been the worst performance of the season, Jake Browning and the Bengals on that Monday night game. They did come back and beat the Eagles, trailing most of that game, only won by 4, and then they escaped with their lives against a horrific New York Jets team over in London last week. So you look at these games, and other than the Bengal win, they have an 8-point win against Tennessee, a 4-point comeback win where they were trailing the whole way against the Eagles, and a 2-point escape against the Jets. Where on earth is the evidence of this team being able to win by significant margin so far this year for Denver? I don't see it. So, like I said, I like the Giants here. They've got certainly the spirit of this team has gone up significantly since the quarterback change. I am worried about Abdul Carter's absence, but you still got Brian Burns, still got Thibodeau, still got guys that can get after Bo Nix here and get after the quarterback. And look, the Denver offense has been, sometimes it's looked great and sometimes they can't get out of their own way. So I think they have not shown me they can win by margin. And the Giants have, to me, I think the Giants post-quarterback change, there's going to be some money to be made with this team, especially in this road dog role. Brian Dable's been pretty solid long-term in this road dog role. So plus 8.5, -110 for me on the G-Men.
Giants +8. Giants +8.
Oh, yeah, and they're coming back from London, England. So that's not a great spot either.
No, I get it. I understand it. It got me off of them on Survivor, but the market getting pretty bullish. But I like you getting in the way of it. Big shout out to Kyle Hintley and a $20 dono to bless our action. Get us rolling on this Sunday, October 19th. Kyle, thank you so much, my man. Next up for us, Commanders, Cowboys, AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. I got in on Tuesday at +2 and -112 over 365. This has moved heavily in Dallas's direction with the injuries to both Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel, who will not be in the lineup. This total opened up at 52.5. It's still a 54. That's how bad this Cowboys defense is. When we get to the spread here. The Cowboys are -1.5. It's juiced to -115. Looks like it will be moving further than that. For this injury report, of course, it's not all roses for the Cowboys. Trayvon Diggs concussed himself at home. We still don't know the whole story, but it's a big loss to have Trayvon Diggs not in this lineup. The secondaries look horrific. And then we have, as I said, Terry and Debo out. Zach Ertz is questionable as well. And Cosme's been questionable for a while. Dougie Wise, free bands.
I heard Ertz is playing.
Ertz is in. Okay, beautiful. Free bands play today is the Cowboys -1. There's our guy Juan Ruiz in the house. So here we go. Commanders, Cowboys, AT&T Stadium. Take it away, my man.
Likely to play Zach Ertz. So, so there you go with that. So I have full game over, and I'm splitting it with Dallas team total over. I just realized something with Dallas team total overs. I believe it's something like 16-3 for their team total overs at home. That kind of a run lately for the Dallas Cowboys. Like they put up points at home. This Washington defense, I mean, the more I watch them, the more it's like, well, same issues they had a lot last year. Dak is playing great. You can say what you want about playoffs and lack of success there, but regular season and this regular season, man, he's playing an excellent football. And he's found ways to move the ball. Javonte Williams has been better than we thought in the running back spot. George Pickens has stepped up. Where'd they get this Robert Flournoy from? Holy goodness, he's stepped up and been big for them. And now, just when they've had these other guys stepping up, now they get their big weapon back, CeeDee Lamb, as well for this game. Washington defense was on the field a lot last week, short week as well. So I think they're going to score points. And I wanted the Dallas team total over to be part of it because I think they're going to get 28 plus here in this game. So Dallas team total over 27.5 at -110. And also the full game over because, look, this is still the Dallas defense. You look at the games at home Dallas has been trending over the total consecutive games. But look at the points in the home games. Look at that Giant game. It got into the 70s, 40-40, 80 points in the Green Bay game on Sunday night. So just massive points scored the two previous home games. So we'll also go over 54 here, -105.
You are in business. Over 54 -105. Team total Cowboys over 27.5 at -110. We have two games left for Bobano here. Next one up, Packers, Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Kyler Murray is not expected to be out there. Either is Emery DeMarcado. Josh Jacobs showed up on the injury report with an illness. Christian Watson is out. Let's take a look at this line history here. We have the Cardinals +7 at +7 at -115. The look ahead was 5.5. It reemerged on Monday morning or Monday at midnight, basically at a 6.5. And now we have a 7. A lot of talk about the plane issues that the Packers were dealing with. I'm not sure how much to put into that. In the past, when I put a lot into it, it's not helped my ROI. 45.5 was the look ahead total. It came out on, I guess this would have been on Tuesday morning, very early at 44. Now we have a 44.5. When we get to the cash flow here for the Packers, Cardinals, 77% of tickets and cash on the Packers, 67% of tickets on the over, 80% cash on the over. Ian Cameron, take it away.
Yeah, I like Arizona here. And Green Bay, I don't trust Green Bay as road favorites, period. I mean, that's really the crux of this. That's what this comes down to, in my opinion. Green Bay and Cleveland lost outright as road favorites, escaped with a tie at Dallas earlier this season on the road. I mean, it's just – and I thought they played with their food last week against Joe Flacco in Cincinnati. I thought in that game they were just sloppy. They didn't really put the foot down on the Bengals as I thought they could have. We've also seen Jordan Love not play nearly as well at times. Defense hasn't played nearly as well at times on the road. Then you look at it for Arizona, and I know this team just has had a really rough season, very tumultuous, and people don't really want to back the Cardinals, but we have to remember one thing about Arizona. Their issue has been winning games. Their issue has been winning close games. Their issue has not been remaining competitive. All 6 of Arizona's games have been decided by a touchdown or less. All 6 games. Their last 4 losses by a combined 9 points. And, San Francisco, Seattle, Indianapolis, some good teams in there. And all those 4 losses by a combined 9 points. So, like I said, with Green Bay's issues, on the road as bigger favorites. LaFleur, long-term ATS. His track record in this role is just not very good. And there's a couple, Lucas Van Ness, couple injuries on defense, it looks like, for the Packers going into this game. This is a make-or-break game for Arizona, 2-4. So whatever best effort it is, and to be honest, the drop-off right now, Kyler Murray to Jacoby Brissett. I know they had injuries, the Colts, in the secondary, but he looked pretty good throwing that ball last week. And with Murray struggling and sputtering the way he is, this may not be the downgrade at quarterback people think. Again, 6 straight games to start the year, Arizona have been one-score games. It would not shock me if we have another down-to-the-wire one-score game here. So plus 7.5, minus 115 on Arizona.
Plus 7.5, minus 115 for our current season 5 leader and season 2 champion. Final spot on the boards, our Sunday nighter, Falcons, Niners, Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California, 64 Fahrenheit, sunny 8-mile-per-hour winds. We have issues here. Defensive end Jalen Walker is out for the Falcons. Offensive tackle Jake Matthews and wide receiver Darnell Mooney are questionable at this point. More information is coming in. Brock Purdy out, so kind of a beaten up Mac Jones will start, but he's looked good. Pearsall out. Fred Warner done for the year, but George Kittle will play. And I'm just close to fading the Falcons after that huge victory over the Bills, and I'm close. I of the additions, this one I quite expect to get there, but I have not moved on it yet. This totals of 47. Opened up, or the look ahead was a 45.5. Then it reemerged on Sunday night at 45. So we have a 2-point move towards the over. On the point spread here, we have the Niners. Wow, it's going down fast. Wow, a big move towards the Falcons in the last 2 hours. Interesting. So now we're at almost a flat pick'em, which does come to my surprise. Then when we get to the cash flow, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but still 67% of the tickets on the Falcons, 54% of the cash, 60% of the tickets on the over, 61% cash on the under. We got to be tight here, Bobano, my man. Take it away, your Sunday nighter.
Yeah, I'm on Atlanta, and I'm on the over here in this game, both of them. So Atlanta at I have the team total too, but I'm not going to double up on Atlanta. I'm going to go with the point spread as opposed to the team total. But Atlanta plus 1.5, minus 110. Yeah, plus 1.5, minus 110. And the full game over is 46.5, minus 110 as well. Here's what I think right now. Now, normally I don't like teams in the spot that Atlanta's in. Big win against Buffalo, national TV Monday night, and you got to fly all the way to the West Coast for a road game. I get it from a situational standpoint, not the best for the Atlanta Falcons. This comes down to the injuries on defense, though, for San Francisco for me. Obviously, they already lost Bosa, and now the backbreaker, especially in this kind of a matchup, is Fred Warner. That's an unbelievable loss. That's a horrific loss, and just leader, captain of the defense, incredible at defending the run as well on this 49ers team, and you got to go up against Bijan Robinson in this kind of matchup without him. I just don't think they're equipped to defend or stop him in any way, shape, or form. And when Bijan goes, the Atlanta Falcons offense goes, and I think you're going to probably end up seeing that here tonight. They are going to get Kittle back, still banged up in other areas. Mac Jones, of course, still at quarterback. I could see the Niners offense moving the football, certainly, here in this game. I just don't know how they're going to stop Atlanta. I think San Francisco is going to have to score points to win this game. So the way I see it is that if the over cash, I think I'll split worst-case scenario. If San Francisco is going to win this game, they're going to have to score points because I don't see them slowing down Bijan without Fred Warner now on the field. That's just a huge loss. And I could see him having a big game running the football and also receiving it. So, but I think there's a chance we cash both because just think San Francisco is this is just such a tough matchup to be. You have your first game without Fred Warner against a guy that would be just critical in terms of slowing down the best weapon Atlanta has. And that's, of course, Bijan. And if Bijan gets going, it opens up Michael Penix Jr. down the field in the passing game. So Atlanta plus 1.5 over 46.5.
You are locked in. Atlanta plus 1.5 over 46.5. Oh, shoot. That's what was up here. Sorry, I put this.
Well, that's good news. Stephon Diggs listed as active, apparently. Okay. So he looks to be playing for New England.
Okay, sorry. What did I do here?
And by the way, San Francisco, 4-12 against the spread their last 16 games at home.
Your Packers Cardinals action was?
Oh, it was Arizona plus 7.5.
Okay, yes,
minus
thank you.
115.
Okay. Arizona plus, sorry, I tripped out there for a second. Arizona plus 7.5 minus 115. Cowboys team total over 27.5 in the full game over 54. Giants plus 8.5 at minus 110. The over 48 in Colts, Chargers, Eagles money line, Patriots double result at plus 105, and the Browns money line from our guy Ian Cameron, currently 34 and 21 plus 10.95 units on this very show. Ian, the star of Hitting the Books YouTube channel, as well as the NBA OG show and the Ice Guys. Please support all three and support them on X at Bobano Bets. Bobano, any last words for the Capper Sport and the show, my man?
No, just thanks a lot. Yeah, college football Hitting the Books with C-Mac and I tomorrow. Looking forward to that. The usual Monday show, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Ice Guys 7 days a week. And yes, the NBA OG Crew betting show is back. Tuesday, our season premiere, right prior to opening night of the NBA season. Myself, Ski Prophet, Dutch, and Wham together again, reunited, and it'll feel so good. The NBA OG Crew betting show back on Tuesday. Good luck, Jimmy. Good luck to everyone in the chat, and let's get it on this Sunday.
Let's do it. There he is, Mr. Ian Cameron. We go from our number 1 ranked capper out of 28 to our 5th ranked capper. But does that do it justice? He's coming off sweeping the board last week on our show, 4-0 plus 4 units. He's done 2 shows with us. He's gone 8-2 plus 5.8 units. And it only has him ranked. Did I have it right at 5th? I thought that was, yes, at 5th. How could that 5th? That's how hot this show has been this year. Please welcome the star of Walk-Off Wagers here on Pub Sports Radio, as well as the Sauce Network, our guy Morgan Spooner, to the show. Spoondog, what's happening, man? How are you?
What's up, everyone? I'm doing really well. I'm just starting to really fall in love with these NFL Sunday mornings right now. Just every single time, it seems like there's so many opportunities to make money, even if you're not on the right side to start with, which hasn't been the case. There's so many live opportunities now. Like these scripted early drives, they're so easy to figure out what's going to happen. If you like an underdog, there's so many ways to get easy extra points with this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And the main thing is it gets you out of trouble. I mean, I got yesterday a Baylor plus 13.5, Arizona plus 6.5. I lost on the full game, the total on the Baylor game, but I cashed the first half under and then cashed live Baylor. I lose on Arizona with my pregame bet, but I cashed the plus. I mean, you can get yourself out of trouble, and as well as
you did 10.5 yesterday with Arizona when they went down 2 touchdowns.
No, I was scared. I just got the 6.5, and then I was like, oh, I didn't time it perfectly, but I timed it good enough.
That's all you need. Let's start this out. New York Jets, Carolina Panthers. Jets obviously going to be without their best offensive weapon here. That's going to hinder the offense. The defense also doesn't look that great. That's New York Jets team hasn't had a win yet on the season. If you project their schedule, I mean, I don't think it's unrealistic to think this Jets team could go undefeated, and everybody in the locker room knows that. The coaching staff knows that. They have the Carolina Panthers here at home. This is an opportunity that's not going to come very often for them. They have a chance to get a win at home. Carolina has been terrible on the road this season. Their defense just looks like a different team when they played on the road this season. I think the Jets are going to be able to capitalize on that. I know it's not a good football team, but I think we find a way to win. I really like the market in this. Opened up -1 Jets. Bunch of money came in on the Jets at that -1 number, and it started to move the other way towards Carolina, and it sat there all week until this morning. It swung back to New York Jets -1.5, -1 at some of the sharper books right now. And that U-shaped movement is something that I've really come to fall in love with. The books are sharper than we are. That original -1 for the Jets, that's the big thing I'm circling here. We came back to that here at close. I think the books knew that Carolina money would come in if they put the Jets out there at close. They're coming back to the sharpest number, a number they don't want to get beat at right before the game starts, because a bunch of money is going to be coming in, and they also have to adjust these lines live. And they want to be in a situation where they can make the Jets a favorite easily, and you couldn't do that if it continued to move to Carolina. I think there's a pretty clear market movement for the Jets. I really like that 1.5 popping up at circa this morning. Makes me even more confident in it. I got Jets +1.5.
Yes, Jets plus 1.5, all tweeted out on X at -110. I mean, I've been staring at this. You're on it, Troy's on it, Kyle's on it. So many cappers on it, and I'm still just staring at it. The market is indicating it's this, play on. Chuba Hubbard will play, and Garrett Wilson won't play for the Jets. And the cash flow here in this one, we have right now 55% of tickets, 58% of cash on the Jets, 68% of tickets on the under, 77% of cash on the under. It leads us into our next spot on the board, Spooner. We've already set this one up. Colts, Chargers, SoFi Stadium. Take it away.
So this is a difficult one. Market is not absolutely in love with this play. I was looking at this at the beginning of the week. I know you and Jacob moved before last week's games even started on this Indianapolis Colts team. And at that moment, I really wanted to move on the Colts too, but also kind of wanted to see what the market gave us. A lot of places opening this around a pick. Sometimes you could get plus money with the Chargers. Sometimes you get plus money with the Colts. It was a little bit of a variance on the board, but pretty quickly, Chargers became favorites, 1.5 points, moved to 2 points, and they've sat there, and it's taken Indianapolis Colts money most of this time. I look at this game, and it's not a huge shouting from the market, but there's only 51% of the cash on the Colts right now. So there's still a lot of people really favoring this Chargers team. I think there's a lot of ways to get behind the Chargers here today. They got some of their best defensive pieces coming back in Khalil Mack, Perryman. I think it's going to be a step up for that team, but so often in betting, we make too much out of these injuries, the late injury news, and people just continue to try to capitalize on those injuries, betting on it, thinking it's not factored into the market. But any information that we have is something the books had 14 days ago, 10 days ago. They're well ahead of this. They have people in the locker rooms that they know where all this is at. They knew that when they set the pre-week lines that you guys moved on. They've known it all week. I wonder how effective they'll be, how much they'll actually play. Even if they both get snaps, they're both not actually 100% in this game right now. I think the Colts are a better football team. Daniel Jones, a lot of people loved how hot he started, but now they're kind of coming around on it, saying he's going back to his initial form in the NFL, kind of what we saw with the New York Giants for quite a while. And he never played well on the road. You could make that narrative, but I really just think this Indianapolis football team is a much better team. We're getting them so close to a pick 'em. I can get 2.5 points in my pocket with the Chargers. There's no way I'm going to pass up on this. I wish I could get 3, but 2.5 is great. I think the Chargers find a way to win this football game, and if the Colts find a way to win this football game, and if the Chargers do win it, it's probably going to be a very tight one possession game where I'll be able to find a way to get money on one side or another to keep myself in the black in this game. But I really think the Colts win this game. I wish the market had developed a little bit differently, but I don't want to leave it off my card this week just because there's not quite a high enough percentage on the Chargers.
I love it. Gives me confidence and hope. Let's roll on to our Sunday nighter, another Falcons Niners. We've already set it up. Take us away, Spooner.
So I moved on this game a little bit early. I got the San Francisco 49ers at -124. You can get this at a pick'em right now. This line opened to -3 for the 49ers. Atlanta money's been on this the entire time, and it brought it down to a 2.5. It brought it down to a 2. It got down to a 1, and then it kind of bounced back up 1.5, 2. And I was feeling a little more confident with the San Francisco pick at that point, but it's back down to a pick'em right now. And so that's some clear market movement to Atlanta with all the cash on Atlanta. And I think that's something that's pretty predictable. A really banged up 49ers team laying 3 points to Atlanta here. I think this is one of those lines that was set in a way that was begging for Atlanta Falcons money. We talk about how CLV is always really nice to have. You have a better line than what it closes at. You're going to win in the long run. But sometimes that CLV is built like they shade the line in a way that they set it up so they can put extra money on one side. And I think that's the case here. I think this line was shaded in order to take Atlanta money. It was very successful. As far as the tickets go in this game, 66% of the tickets, 54% of the cash on Atlanta. It's dropped down here recently. San Francisco's starting to bounce up now that it's down to a pick 'em, but I really think this is a 49ers spot. Again, I think this is a better football team. I know they're banged up, but they're playing at home. Atlanta has not shown me much. Young quarterback on the road. This is going to be a very difficult game for them. Prime time, I think this is very tight, one possession game the whole time, and I think the 49ers find a way to pull it out.
Nobody's in my look. I'm a little biased, but the scripted plays from Shanny are spectacular. If you are on the Falcons here, I would save a couple bullets in the chamber to fire when the Niners go down the field and put up points immediately with Kittle back in the lineup, and then take advantage of that spot. We shall see. 49ers money line for our guy Spooner. Last spot on the board for Morgan Spooner. Texans, Seahawks, Lumen Field, Seattle, Washington. 56 Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy, 3-mile-per-hour winds. Derek Hall, important edge rusher for Seahawks, is out with the oblique injury. Christian Kirk for the Texans is out with the hamstring injury. Julian Love and Devon Witherspoon, safety and cornerback respectively, are expected to be back in the lineup here, but that hasn't been they want to go through the drills pregame, but they are all expected to be there. This is our Monday nighter. This total is a 41. It opened up at 42, dropped to 41. And then from a point spread perspective here, we have the Texans at +3. The look ahead was 2.5. It reemerged Sunday night at a 3. It moved up to 3.5. That's when Spooner fired at the 3.5. That's when I fired at the 3.5. We are both lockstep here with the Houston Texans, but we have the hook, which is no longer available. 69% of tickets, 80% of the cash is on the Seahawks. 56% of the tickets on the under, 69% cash on the under. I came so close to the under. I'm only on the Texans. I came so close to the under, but I love this spot. Spooner, take it away.
Yeah, no, you being so close to that under is a lot of why I'm on Houston here. I think this is going to be an ugly, low-scoring game. I think the under 41 is very live. And I think that 3.5 is going to be very crucial right there at the end of the game. Again, one possession, just knock him out, drag him out kind of game. Houston, Seattle, 69% of the tickets on Seattle right now, 80% of the cash. Just perfect market spot for the books to make a bunch of money. And just, as always, when you're looking at the market, trying to align your pockets with the books' pockets is a good strategy, in my opinion. This line opened up -3, got to 3.5. It's back at a -3. The entire time, Seattle has had all the cash, all the tickets. If they were really worried about Seattle, we wouldn't be sitting at a 3 right now. This would be at a 4.5. And I don't think the books are worried about Seattle cash that has been coming in since this line opened up. I think they're worried about those 3.5s. I think live, this is going to be looking at a pick 'em just about the entire game between Houston and Seattle. I could see different range of outcomes where Seattle does come out here and blow Houston out at home. And the same thing with Houston, just come out, get those scripted plays, get on the board early, stop Seattle, come out, turn this into a 10-14-0 game in a spot where we don't see 40 points and they just lock onto this game the whole way. I'd much rather be on Houston before this one, not trying to get in live. I think that hook is going to be nice to have at the last possession, but ultimately I think Houston wins this game. Just all that cash on Seattle. If we move the market over to the money line, it's the same story. This is a spot where the books can get some money back after giving the public a little bit on Sunday.
I'm right with you. I am going to look if Seattle scores first, all of a sudden, we're getting over a 6.5 plus 7.5. I'm going to move immediately here. Gorky is adding the Seahawks to his action here. I can't wait for this game Monday night. We have the doubleheader Monday night. We have Spooner on, and I used the Texans in the Cappers contest as well. Spooner and I are tied for second. We have MMA Mad Hatter in our chat, our leader, 21-9, just ahead of you, myself, and Nicholas Earl.
For my contest picks, everything I bet this week are my contest picks. So I have the Rams, the Niners, the Jets, the Colts, and the Texans in the contest this week. I'm on the Rams for the early game right now, sweating that one out for the -3, but those are my contest picks if you're worried about it or interested.
You are in business, Spooner. Texans plus 3.5, 49ers money line, Colts plus 2.5, and the Jets plus 1.5 from Morgan Spooner. Spooner, thank you for rocking with us, my man. Catch Spooner nightly on the Sauce Network, as well as every Thursday on Betting with the Bag. Spooner, thank you for your time, my man. Any last words for the Cappers supporting the show?
No, just go out there, get that cash this week. I did move on one future in the NFL. Mike Evans to go over 1,000 receiving yards. I think I got it like plus 280.
Wow.
This is one of the best wide receivers in football. He's got the longest streak of 1,000-yard seasons. Baker Mayfield is just that guy. I remember at the end of last year, him going out of his way to try to get that 1,000. It's pretty early in the season. I think this is a future that's going to close really well. By the time we're at week 15, 16, this is going to be one of those things that's sitting minus 180. He just needs a decent game to finish it up. I'm not going to move on a ton of futures, but I think this is one of those ones that I don't want to look at in 5 weeks and be like, why did I not take that plus 280? So good luck today, everybody. If you want to hop on a little future with me, there it is.
There he is, Morgan Spooner in the house. Thank you, Morgan, my man. We move on to our next guest. Our next guest was in season 3. The first season he was with us, he was our runner-up. He came second to Birdie. In season 4, he was our champion. Overall, he has the best record of any capper on our show, and we are in season 5. He's gotten off to a poor start. Week 1 and week 4 did not go his way, but we need to bring him back. We believe in him enormously. Please welcome the star of Brothers in Bet, our guy Marley in the house. Marley, what's happening, man? How are you?
What's going on? What's going down? I'm good, man. It feel like it's been a minute. We got to get me back rolling.
Yes, and we've watched how consistent has been. So just 2 weeks. 2 weeks is not a season make. That's why we had to have you back here. Shout out to my guy Ronnie Meniketti in the house. Great to see you. Rocky Meniketti, my guy Rock in the house. Thank you for joining us, Rocky. We miss you, man. Let's roll. Raiders, Chiefs, Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri is where Marley gets started. 58 Fahrenheit, sunny 9-mile-per-hour winds. We have Brock Bowers doubtful here now. Jacoby Myers with knee and toe injuries. Josh Simmons. A lot of stories are coming out around that. Josh Simmons, the offensive tackle, will not be in the lineup here for the Chiefs. Line history-wise, we haven't set this one up. We have the Chiefs minus 12.5. It keeps climbing. Look ahead was 10.5. Reemerges Sunday night at 10, and it goes to 11.5 to 12.5. Then it starts bouncing back towards the Raiders. Now we're at 13. So, bouncing back. Now we're at 13. So the line is clearly moving towards these Kansas City Chiefs. When we get to the total in this one, we have a 45. This opened up the look ahead was 45.5. Reemerged Sunday night at 46. And then when we get to the cash flow for Chiefs Raiders, we have 69% of the tickets on the Chiefs and 82% of the cash. 67% of tickets on the under, 69% of the cash. Marley, it is great to have you back in business. Take it away.
Let's rock. Yeah. So I like the total here. I'm going to go over the 45.5. Just the spread is just starting to get too many points for me to cover. And, historically speaking, the Chiefs don't really do well at covering. Also, divisional matchup, but offensively, at least, the Chiefs have been rolling. Mahomes has been rolling. 11 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions, over 1,500 yards. They're averaging 25 points a game. But over the last 3 games is where, it seems like the offense have really starting to take off. Then you get Rashee Rice back this week. They've been running the ball pretty well. So I think we can get over the total here. I think we're really relying on the Chiefs to give us 28 to 30 points, which is what they've been doing here lately. Geno Smith is probably going to give us a bunch of opportunities. He probably can give us a pick 6. He's thrown 10 interceptions throughout the season to only 7 touchdowns. We do need them to get, I don't know, Jimmy, I'll say 17 to 20 points for us to get to that total, which I think we can get to. It is a divisional game. The Chiefs do give up at least 20 points a game. The Raiders average 17 points a game. So if the Raiders can at least hit their average, or the Chiefs can give up what they normally give up, which is 20 points a game, I think we'll get to our total, get over our total at 45. I mean, I don't see the Chiefs stopping the Raiders. I mean, I don't see the Raiders stopping the Chiefs offensively, giving up over 215 yards passing per game. They are kind of solid in the stopping the run. I think they give up less than 100 yards, if I'm not mistaken. the Raiders. But I just think Chiefs are going to roll offensively. The spread was just a little too much for me to handle, but I do like what I've been seeing offensively, at least the last 3 weeks against the Chiefs. I think, well, before, if you count that Ravens game, and Lamar Jackson played in that Ravens game, so it wasn't the Ravens that we're seeing right now. So I think the offense has been humming. Defense hasn't really gotten up to speed yet, so I think the Raiders can hit their averages as far as what we need them to hit to get over the total. I feel solid with over 45 and a half, sorry.
Well, we can get you a 44 and a half. This one's dropping as we speak. Over 44 and a half for Raiders Chiefs for our guy Marley, which takes us into Giants Broncos. We've already set this one up, Marley. So how you getting paid, my man?
Yeah, Broncos, where are they coming back from? London, I think, coming back from overseas. Giants with the extra rest. I'm not necessarily on the Bo Nix bandwagon right now in their offense. So I like the Giants plus the points here. I just think 8's just too much. I think we'll get a low-scoring game. The Broncos' defense is for real. No doubt about it. But I think the Giants with the extra rest, obviously they're playing on momentum with Jackson Dart and Scatterboo. We'll see how they handle the elevation. But I don't think that the Broncos are offensively going to come out here and light it up against this Giant defense. Pass rush is pretty good. So I like the 8 points. I just think it's too much. I think they win the game. They just struggled against the Jets. I get it. It was overseas, but still coming back from a long road trip. So I like the 8. I did this right before the last capper was on. I jumped on it. I don't know if you want to count this in. My original play is the Giants plus 8, but I'm going to jump on the team total under for the Broncos. I got 24 and a half right now. I don't know. I don't think they get there.
I'm in a line shop for the Broncos team total under, but again, this is moving briskly towards the Broncos right now. There's 8.5 available, and there will be a lot of 8.5s available shortly. It's a sharp book that's moved to 8.5 minus 109. A line shop for you on the Broncos team total under. Let's move on to your next spot on the board. 2 more left until we have our season debut from Flash down in Costa Rica. We have Commanders, Cowboys. Marley, take it away. AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, I'll be quick. Get this out there. This is just Cowboys bad defense with a good or I don't know if you want to say great, but a pretty good goddamn offense operating right now against Washington, who has a pretty good offense and a less than be desired, we'll say, defense. So I'm on the total here. I'm on the over 54. I know it's really high. The Cowboys defense is allowing 30 points a game. The offense is averaging 29, damn near 30 points a game. On the other side, Washington, they're averaging 26. Defense is only giving up 21, but I think Dallas is definitely going to score more than 21 points a game. Game is probably going to get in the high 20s, low 30s. I don't see either side stopping either side. Only thing that kept me off Washington was the injuries. No Deebo Samuel and no McLaurin. I don't know necessarily who he's going to be throwing the ball to. I do know whoever he's going to throw it to, though, Dallas is going to let him catch it. Now, if they can keep up, I think it's going to be the question. Is CD back today?
Oh, yeah.
CD's back today. CD's back today. Pickens has stepped up. I mean, the offense hasn't really missed a beat. Javonte Williams has been toting the pill. I think he's averaging 5 yards at least a carry. So I would lean Dallas. I haven't made a play on Dallas quite just yet. I'm a Cowboy hater. I'm from Texas. Houston is just a thing. But I do like the over here at 54. I was looking at the team total, but I didn't make a move on it. I think it's at 28. If you could find me a 27, though, I'd jump on that.
Well, we did get you the under 24.5. It's a little more expensive than 10 cents, but we got you that. And then we have you the over 54 minus 105. I'm on the Cowboys plus 2 minus 112 from Tuesday. I will look for a Dallas team total over. But let's get into your final spot on the board. Falcons, Niners. This is perfect. Our Sunday nighter. Hopefully you can rock with us tonight. I know that you are so busy coaching the Cobras, the youth football team that you rock, Jalen Petrie's old football team. We have so many of our colleagues and friends and cappers that we work with that are leading by example, leading the young minds, and you do that with aplomb, my friend. And I love it that you what you do with the youth in Houston with the Cobras. Falcons, Niners, my man, our Sunday nighter. Take it away.
Falcons Niners, man. This is just I think I heard Bobano talking about this one earlier. The Niners are just beat up at the end of the day, and I really think the loss of Fred Warner is going to play a role in this game, especially when Bijan Robinson is probably looking like the best running back in the NFL this season. Running it and catching it out the backfield. This Falcon offense is actually really talented. Drake London on the outside, Bijan Robinson, Penix. These are all first round guys or guys that when drafted, big things were expected. A bit up and down right now, but I think the 49ers are just so banged up. Brock Purdy's hurt. Mac Jones has been playing well, but he's banged up. He's one tough hit away from being out of the game. McCaffrey, he's doing his thing. He's leading the team in rushing and receiving. However, I just think the injuries are just too much. And the Falcons defense, number one pass defense in the league. They're giving up less than 150 yards passing per game so far. I know I heard you guys talking about the script and Shanahan's first 10 plays. I agree with you. They might be a great bet, especially if San Fran gets the ball first. Those first scripted plays, maybe they go down and score. And if you like the Falcons, take the Falcons. Definitely not a bad strategy, because after that, man, I don't know. I'm kind of with Bobano. I think he said the 49ers are going to have to score a bit in order to win this game, especially with the absence of Fred Warner. And I think the Falcons are going to be able to run the ball here, which is going to open up everything for Drake London in the passing game. And, yeah, I like the 49ers here on the money line.
You mean the Falcons?
Falcons, sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Sorry. Falcons.
And I can get you the team total over 27.5 in the Cowboys game.
27.5? I'll take it.
It's interesting. A very, very sharp offshore is at 25.5, minus 155 to the over, and they're not changing the number. Usually implies they don't want people to bet it. We can get you the Falcons money line plus 103, or do you want a point?
No, I don't need the point. We're going to win all right.
Falcons plus 103, adding the Cowboys team total over 27.5 here. And we have Marley back in business, our season 4 champion, our season 3 runner-up, and the best overall record of any capper that we've had on the show. We're in season 5 here. Falcons money line over 54, Cowboys team total over 27.5, Giants plus 8.5, Broncos team total under 24.5, and the over 44.5 in Raiders Chiefs. Marley, my man, tell us what's going on with Brothers and Bets.
Man, Wednesdays, college show, and we're getting ready. We talk about the college basketball is about to start up soon. So catch us on Wednesdays. That's all we're doing right now. Jimmy, I didn't start back school. I'm a full-time student and working right now, so I got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So this Wednesdays, college show, me and the coach, is what we're doing right now.
Respect, and good luck with the Cobras. And much love, my man. There he is. Our guy, Marley, in the house from Brothers and Bets. We go from Houston south to Costa Rica. Let's bring on our next guest star of the Bet US gambling channel, our friend Flash in the house. Flash, you are missed, my friend. It is great to see you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Have I picked the hardest week or the best week to actually make my seasonal debut? I've got like 8 of these games that are coin flips. I can't make head nor tail with quite a few of the lines, and I think that we're getting really good lines when they should be so much lower. So obviously the next 24 hours will prove whether I'm right or wrong. But yeah, I'm excited by it, especially with the Rams doing the business as well.
Yes, we are in business. Rams backers and also unders, betters.
And Stafford, 65-1. Come on, Stafford, MVP, just for the run, you know.
Yeah, I'm all over their futures market, but I don't have that beautiful ticket. Let's start with your bullish spot, spread, and money line. This is a game a lot of cappers in the chat have wanted to talk about. Now we're going to get that opportunity. We are talking New Orleans Saints, 1-5, 0-2 on the road at the Chicago Bears, 3-2, 1-1 at home. We're at Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. We do have some of the same weather issues that are affecting Cleveland and Nashville. We have 53 Fahrenheit light rain in the first half only is the expectation, and 16 mile per hour winds, which will get a little bit lighter as the game goes on. DeAndre Swift, after that spectacular game last week, is questionable with a groin injury. We've had a move towards the Falcons. The look ahead was 6. It opened up on Monday afternoon at 4, and it got up to 5 and then it's back to 4. So from the opening line on Sunday, we're back, but this was a 4.5 and 5 for a lot of the week. From a total standpoint here, we had my guy Mally Mal talking about how much he likes the over in this one. We're sitting at a 45. It's dropping. The look ahead was 45.5. It emerged on Monday morning at 46, and it got up to 47.5. That was on Tuesday afternoon. Since then, it's just dropped and dropped and dropped. Now we're at a flat 45. We get to the cash flow here for our guy Flash's first game on the board. 56% of tickets, 55% of cash on the Bears, 63% of tickets on the under, 66% of cash on the under. Take it away for us, Flash, my man.
Well, first of all, I don't think there's much between these two sides. So I'd give maybe Chicago Bears home field, maybe 1.5, 2. That's where I thought the line would be. I think that the better defense is on with the visitors. So secondly, I look at the game and I go, okay, I think this is a 3-point game, the last possession type game, and you're going to give me 4 and the hook. Saints are now becoming more healthy. They were in the game against the Patriots right up until the last, and the Bears are nowhere near the Patriots. So I think this is lower. I think the game's going to be lower than the 45, but I'm more than happy to go with the Saints plus the 4.5. And also, I think because I'm getting such good value and there's nothing between them, I'm going to take the plus 183, 185 on the Saints to win money line as well. I'm not a great fan of the Bears. I've got to go with weather, got to go with defense. Better defense is obviously with the Saints. So I'm going to go there and take my value. But there's quite a few teams that are receiving points that I think can win on the road this week anyway.
Plus 4.5 at minus 110. Now it costs a little bit of money for that 4.5. I can get you better than the plus 180.
Yeah, and I'm happy to take the 4 then, because I've got this game coming down as a field goal. So more than happy to take 3.5, you know?
Well, the 4.5 is minus 118. The 4 is minus 107. The 3.5 is plus 102.
I'll take the plus 102 with the 3 and the hook.
All right, plus 3.5 at plus 102 and the plus 183 here, which takes us into our next spot. So take it away. We've already set this one up. Giants, Broncos, Empower Field, Mile High, Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, again, look at the total. The total's only at 40. Broncos so hit and miss on offense, meaning that the Giants are getting 8. I've seen 8.5 in places in the last half an hour as well. Yep. And the Giants feel good, fresh. Jackson Dart going to get the ball out of his hands quickly so that he can negate this Broncos D, which basically is legit, but it's too many points on against a team that you can't guarantee are going to put the points up to beat you by margin. And also, this was one of them games where I thought, okay, maybe 3.5, minus 3.5 Denver, but not 8.5. And secondly, I thought the Giants, what are they, plus 400 on the money line? I thought this weekend, right across both rules, the college and the NFL, would see a lot of dogs winning. I did a show on Thursday, it was just a quick clip, and I said the dogs are barking this week, and there was 4 top 10s beat yesterday. Obviously, we see the Bengals win Thursday night, so I'm more than happy. I think the Giants can win this game. So you're going to give me 8.5? I'm going to bite your arm off right up to your shoulder.
Plus 8.5 at minus 108 here for Flash. That was a new one. The dog with 2 dicks has been talked about often here on the show. It's become legendary, but up to the shoulder is new stuff from our guy Flash. Flash closes up shop with a moneyline parlay here. Moneyline parlay. We're going to start with game 1 of this moneyline parlay. That's Packers, Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. A game we've already set up. So take us away for the first leg of your 2-team parlay.
Yeah, I've gone with the Packers. Don't complicate it. I think that I was also going to put them in a teaser as well and take them down to 1. Just because the Cardinals can't stop anyone, Packers are different. There's levels. I hear the boys say there's levels to this. And the Packers against the Cards is just different. So I've gone with the Packers not to complicate it with obviously my Monday night game, but I'm happy to take them down to 1. Comes down to Cards not basically getting stopped by the Packers, and the Packers not getting stopped by the Cards. And once they get their noses in front, I think it's going to be chase. And then obviously we're going to have interceptions in the third and fourth quarters. So for me, Green Bay, I think they 7. I wouldn't want to take the 7 because it could be that I'm up 14 and I hit on a push. But I definitely want to be with the Packers to win the game. No complicating it. Low-hanging fruit.
Leg 2. Is leg 2 the same ground fruit that we have been talking about in leg 1? Because leg 2 is Buccaneers, Lions. It is the first leg of our Monday nighter. Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. Bucky Irving out, Chris Godwin out, Mike Evans questionable, and Ibuka questionable. At one point, we didn't think they would be out on the field. Now it's possible. Let's get into that line history. We haven't set this Monday one up. I'm still interested. I've got the Lions double result. Troy and I moved on Tuesday, but 4.5 now, a 6, a juice 6. I mean, we're just getting all the information that we need. It feels like just to move on them full game at this number to cover the number. You know, this is a beat up squad in the Buccaneers. This totals a 52.5 Flash. The look ahead was 53.5. It reemerged at 52.5. Got up to 53 for a cup of coffee. Now we're right back from where we started. And when we get to the cash flow, we have 73% of the tickets, 66% of the cash on Detroit, 76% of the tickets on the over, 77% cash on the over. Take it away, the second leg of your 2-leg parlay.
There was an aeroplane going over there. I didn't hear it, so I'll just fire away. Up till the last game, I had Lions as the best team, AFC or NFC. Obviously, they put up points. I think they go over 30 plus here. So when we get a settled team total, I'll probably go over with the Lions. I set Lions down to 0 on my teaser. I think they win by 6 just because they got beat by the Chiefs, who, by the way, looked like, and I've gone on record, got them on my futures for the AFC, got them on my futures for the Super Bowl because the number was too big. I think that these two could well meet. Obviously, I don't want them to meet later on down the line. I want the Rams to meet the Chiefs. But, yeah, Tampa is a bad spot for Tampa Bay. And I've watched all the Tampa Bay games. And if it wasn't for Stafford scrambling his tits off on 4th and 13 and 3rd and 12s, they wouldn't have the record they've got. Now, I know they're banged up, and I know that it's obviously just get the W. But for me, you're going in up against the second best side in the whole of football. And I think it's a bounce back spot at home. Everything points to the Lions. I think they win by 6, but I think I just take them as the last leg of my parlay.
Packers, Lions, money line parlay, smash and grab for our guy Flash, representing BetUS gambling channel here, rocking with us, a mainstay of both our NFL Pub Hub and horse racing action. Giants plus 8.5, Saints money line, and then Saints plus 3.5 at plus
3.5, yeah.
Plus 3.5 at plus money. Wonderful to have you back, Flash. Tell us what's going on this week at BetUS and where we can find your action.
Oh, it's just all go. Tomorrow's Champions League made 15.6 units on our last show alone. Yeah, we cleaned up. We got the job done. We obviously we were out of there as if like we stole something. And obviously I'm doing the live betting all through the weekends. I'll be live betting this afternoon if we find the right spots. Like you've been saying, some of these teams that we don't fancy might just go down early because of the scripted plays on the opposition. So listen, really, really busy time for us all, and looking forward to the Breeders' Cup. You got my message.
Yes.
Plus 175 I'm hearing now from plus 250 Seismic Beauty.
I love it. I cannot wait for Breeders' Cup. We're 2 weekends away. Our friend Flash in the house. We love him joining us. Let's bring on our next season debut. This is our 30th capper to hit the screen through our 7th show on NFL Pub Hub. And he is the man of whom we are cut from his cloth. Please welcome the star of the Peter Loshak Show, the aforementioned Peter Loshak. Lodels, what's happening, man? How are you?
Pretty good. What's up?
17 and 13 now in the Cappers contest.
18.
Okay, 18 and 13 now in the Cappers contest. Climbing quickly here, Flash. And we start with Patriots Titans, Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. We've already set this one up, so take it away, my friend.
I'm wondering if anyone that we respect or I respect took the Pats, because I took the Titans. No, not overthinking it. And I also I might add on a first quarter or a first half under in this one. I didn't bet the total yet, but I think I might add that one on last second. I took the Titans earlier in the week. Is it still 7? Oh no, now it's 6.5. So I got to give up 6.5 or something. What is that?
If you have not posted on X, now the 7 wouldn't be too expensive, and I will let you know that I am on the first half and full game under in this one. If
all right, you can give me the 7 minus 129. I'm seeing plus 7 minus 129 for the Titans.
Yes, it is expensive, but it's also a good sign.
Yeah.
Titans plus 7 and minus 129. And would you be interested in a first half under?
Give me the first quarter under 7.5 minus 133. I'm seeing that here. I'll take that for my official play.
First quarter under 7.5 at minus 133. And Peter Loshak is on the board, folks. We head into game 2 from Lodell's Loshak. We head to Soldier Field in Chicago, Illinois. Another game that we already set up. So what is your plan of attack, Peter?
This one also, I took the dog, and it has definitely moved, right? I think I got 5.5. And now it's down to 4, right? The Saints?
Yes, it's down to 4, and we just had Flash in this exact same situation. He decided to take the 3.5 at plus 102, but there are many options for you. Pay for the 4.5, get the 4 at minus 107.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I'm going to be selling or buying points here, I mean, this is how me and Flash are just different. He is brave and has courage, and I am cowardly and I seek safety. And I will take, I'll take up to 5.5 plus minus 134. But if I'm going to do that, give me 6 minus 145. 6 minus 145. Here you go.
Plus 6 and minus 145. And, you're so respected that Jose didn't play the juice clip. Isn't that nice?
Well, I don't know if 145 necessarily would count for that. But, 6. Minus 145. Fuck it. And also, I think you can give me the first quarter under here as well. 7.5 minus 112.
Saints plus 6 minus 145. And the first quarter under 7.5. What was the juice?
No, minus 112 I'm seeing here.
Under 7.5 at minus 112. Pete is firing away here at the board, which takes us to the final spot of your trilogy, your 1 p.m. Eastern trilogy. It's Dolphins Browns, Pete, I got in on the under 40.5. We were looking at 34.5. I got in the first half under 20.5. Feeling pretty good about those spots, but I haven't middled yet, and I have got 42 minutes to make that decision. What's your plan here?
Yeah, I mean, way early in the week, I took the under at 40.5 also. And I did take a little on Cleveland on the money line, which, so I, as far as the current lines, I could maybe give the first quarter under, maybe the Miami team total under, or just stick with the Cleveland. I mean, again, what I bet the under pretty big early in the week, and then took some on the Cleveland money line.
Wow, this line's moving towards the Dolphins in a fast. I'm on the Browns 2 minus 2.5 minus 115. I thought I was hoping we'd be sitting here at 3s, and that is not the case. We're sitting here with 2s and 1.5s.
It does appear to be moving towards the Dolphins a bit, which I don't necessarily love. I don't quite understand. Let me see. The first quarter, the total is 7 minus 145, and the first half is 17. I could get minus 110. Maybe I'll take both of those. First quarter under 7 minus 145, and the first half under 17 minus 110.
And you're going to leave the Browns alone?
Well, I mean, I do like. Why would it be moving towards the Miami side? Because to apologize? Is that why? Why would it be doing that? I mean, I know that I definitely think that Cleveland's defense will tail off at some point in the near future or mid future, but not necessarily this game. Why would the line? I mean, obviously, it's a big question for Dylan Gabriel, but why would it be? I guess that's why, right?
No, I think that we've been able to fade every team that's beaten the Chargers or played hard against the Chargers over the last couple of weeks. We faded the Commanders because they beat them 27-10. We got paid. And we're going to fade the Dolphins because they played the Chargers 29-27. They were right in that game. They could have won that game, but we know the Chargers are less than what they seem. And so I think it's predicated on that.
Why are we moving towards the Dolphins?
Yeah. Dolphins look very good against the Chargers. I mean,
So you're saying that and that's a fake move then. Right.
Yes.
Right. I see what you're saying. All right, you know what? Let's do this. Take off the first quarter total for me. Just keep the first half 17 minus 110, okay?
Okay.
And then add on the Cleveland Browns. Let's take them on the money line minus 131.
Minus 131 here.
Actually, no. Minus 2, minus 109. We'll go with that one officially.
I like that. Minus 2, minus 109 on the Browns. Loshak is heating up in the NFL. Look out. Browns first half under 17, minus 110. Browns minus 2, minus 109. Currently 18-13 in our Cappers contest on pubsportsradio.com. Saints plus 6 at minus 145. First quarter under 7.5, minus 112. Titans plus 7 at minus 129. First quarter under 7.5, minus 133. Peter Loshak, thank you for hanging with us. You got the big Tuesday show, Peter Loshak show. Mr. Gokster will be rolling here with him on Tuesday, and it's just great content, Pete. Thank you so much for taking time to rock with us, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
There he is, Mr. Peter Loshak. Let's roll on to our next spot on the board, and another one of our cappers hitting at an incredible rate. 11-3 plus 7.84 units through 2 shows. Week 3 went 5-2 plus 2.97 units. Week 6 last week it went 6-1 plus 4.87 units. And we all share Yoshivas together. The group bet of the year on our live stream, Yoshivas, over 1.5 receptions. Please welcome the only capper that hit over 60% in back-to-back seasons on any of my shows over the 9 years that I've been doing this publicly. Please welcome our friend TJ to the program. TJ, how are you?
Oh, excited, man. Let's try to keep this rolling. It's fun while it's going, you know. So I have a lot of bets today, so I don't want to waste time. Let's just fire away.
Let's roll then. We start with Saints Bears. We've had it talked about by both Flash and Mr. Peter Loshak. How are you attacking this?
Yeah, I'm attacking these games a little bit different in NFL this year. I've been doing a lot more props, which is rare for me, but my NFL bet size isn't as big, so it works out. You know, I'm targeting the Chicago defense here. I know there's weather concerns, but 31st in success rate against the pass, while Rattler 13th success rate passing. They've actually been pretty darn good the last few games. You know, they went their first 3 games of the season averaging 15 points a game. The last 3 averaging 21.3. Chicago, out of they blitz 6th most in football, but they're terrible at it. In 5 games, they only have 8 sacks. And Spencer Rattler's one of the best against blitz this year. So they don't get to the quarterback. They blitz a lot. And so for that, I'm going to hammer this a few ways. I'm going to take the Saints team total over 20.5.
Okay, let me just get here. Okay, Saints team total over 20.5.
Plus 102 available now.
Okay.
And then we're going to go total sacks under in this game. This isn't available at all books, but I got it at we can talk about Heritage. I got it there, minus 125 total sacks under 4.5.
Under 4.5. Okay.
Yeah, the Bears have 8 sacks in 5 games. The Saints have 13-6. 2 of the worst teams to getting pressure on the quarterback. They're averaging only 1.9 sacks a game combined. So under 4.5. I got Taysom Hill, anytime TD, plus 270. That's available now at FanDuel. He's healthy. He's back. And we were shown last week they're going to use him in goal-to-go situations. And then finally, 4th bet on this game is Kamara over 3.5 receptions, plus 108. And this has been key as to why the Saints have been a little more successful lately. They've made Kamara a weapon again in the passing game. His last 3, he's had 4, 4, and 5 receptions. With this weather, I expect a lot of short passes. So over 3.5 plus 108. And that's what I got on this game.
You are in business. Saints team total over 20 plus 102. Total sacks under 4.5 minus 125. Taysom Hill anytime touchdown plus 270. Kamara over 3.5 receptions plus 108. As you know, I finally broke through last week. Went 14-5 in NFL, and then got hurt badly in college football yesterday. And so what I did last night was I took the possible bets that I didn't make on Tuesday, and I wrote why I didn't think it would cash. And with this, or so then should I add them? And I decided not to add the Saints. And I just want to touch on it very, very briefly. I may mess this up, but we've seen the Bears on the road 2 weeks in a row. And the last time we saw them at home, that Cowboys game was pretty dominant. And, again, I'm thinking when I close my eyes and think of the Saints, I think of them in the Superdome. I think of them, what they did, whether it be against the Giants or whether it be against the Patriots. Now, we did see them look very good against the Bills on the road, but now who really are the Bills? And I still haven't pulled the trigger on the Saints. I just wonder if the Bears are a different team at home, possibly. And I don't know if I have that answer yet. And that was the reason why I stayed off the Saints. And again, I would have jump in, my man.
No, certainly. I totally see your point there. I think we're getting Chicago kind of at the top of the market here, and we're seeing the line move down to New Orleans. I mean, I have New Orleans plus 5.5, but that was earlier, so I obviously can't get that out. But yeah, the fact that it's at 4 now, I think is very telling. Started at 6. Telling. That's a big move.
It's a big move. But we have not heard one person on the Bears.
Right.
It's so, but not there's. We've cashed in those situations before. Let's roll on to our next spot on the board: Raiders Chiefs. We're at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. We've already set this one up. TJ, take it away.
Yeah. So people have hit on this one pretty hard here. I'm very concerned about the Raiders defense. I know their last 3 matchups were all within 1 score, and the Raiders have played them well, but this team is just very concerning here. The Raiders look good on paper the last few games, rushing the ball. However, they struggled against Tennessee, and a lot of those times, it's just Genty magic, man. He's been getting hit behind the line. For Chicago and Indy, they ran the ball for 173 yards on average, but a little bit of fool's gold there. Geno Smith, when blitzed, has a 55.6 QB rating, terrible. When pressured, a 24.8 QB rating, probably the worst in football. The Chiefs are the 4th best team at getting pressure on the quarterback, ninth most blitzes. Obviously, the Raiders are dealing with some injury issues on offense there. Bauer's out. Their left tackle's out. And then, Patrick Mahomes he's been lighting it up lately. He seems to get better and better. And the Raiders pass rush doesn't really concern me other than Crosby. They're 24th pressure rate, 28th in time to pressure. So I'm just kind of going to attack the Raiders offense here a little bit. And I parlayed, because it's expensive, Geno to throw a pick with the Raiders alternate team total under 17.5. So Geno to throw a pick with Raiders under 17.5, that's plus 151.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, what's next?
And then I have Genty over 15.5 rush attempts, minus 108. Because if the Raiders have to slow this game down, they're going to have to run the ball as much as possible. And I don't know if they'll be very successful, but he's going to get a lot of attempts.
Oh, I love it. It's great looks. Very, watching a capper find a way on a dog to still fade the dog, a big dog, and get a plus line accordingly is impressive. Geno Smith, interception, team total under 17.5, plus 151. Genty over 15.5 rushing attempts, minus 108. Takes us into Patriots Titans, Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. We got rain showers expected in the first half. I wonder if Nasty Nate could tell us sort of what's going on. I know he's not quite in Foxborough, but this is Nashville, Tennessee. What am I talking about? Jeez, I'm tripping. 63 Fahrenheit rain showers, first half. Is anybody in and around Nashville? Because we thought it was going to be for the full game. Now it's first half, and it's possible that there is no rain at kickoff, but we still have the 18-mile-per-hour winds. Take it away for us, TJ.
Yeah, definitely windy, and that does affect the passing game, obviously. But this offense, Patriots offense, is one of the best offenses nobody's really talking about. 28 points a game over their last 5. Drake May's playing elite football. I think he's going to be a great quarterback for years to come. I've been cashing with him all year. The Titans defense allowing, they've gotten a little better the last 3, but the opponents haven't been so good. Houston, Arizona, Vegas, they held them to 22.5. The first 3 against better offenses, which the Patriots are, 31.5 points allowed. Overall passing success rate, defense for Tennessee, bottom 31st in football. They're a little better against the rush, but still bottom 10. So I'm taking here. I'm just trusting the Patriots offense. I'm not going to take the spread. Just seems a little fishy, especially with it moving down. I'm using them in a teaser, but I have Patriots over 2.5 touchdowns, minus 129. I like that a little better than the team total, which is at 24.5 because of the amount of wind, and the Patriots have only made 8 field goals in 6 games. So it's not like they're kicking a ton of field goals. So instead of banking on getting 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals, I'm just going to bank on getting 3 touchdowns. And then the final thing there is all 3 games combined. I have a 10-point teaser. I know you guys are on the under in this game, but I'm on for my 10-point teaser, New England, Tennessee over 31.5. Kansas City minus, I got it at 2.5, but it's 3. Kansas City minus 3, and New Orleans plus 14.5. And that's minus 120 on 10-point teasers.
Minus 120. New England, Tennessee over 31.5. Chiefs minus 3. Saints plus 4.5 minus 120. This all sounds extremely sharp. Patriots, it's difficult to rate the sharpness of a teaser. I mean, these bets: Patriots over 2.5 touchdowns minus 129. Smith interception and Raiders team total under 17.5 plus 151. Genty over 15.5 rush attempts minus 108. Saints team total over 20.5 for plus 102. Total sacks in Saints Bears under 4.5 minus 125. Taysom Hill anytime touchdown plus 270. Kamara over 3.5 receptions at plus 108. You are in business, TJ, my man. Thank you so much for rocking with us. I'm going to pop TJ's X handle here in the chat. He is unable to put his action out on X at this point, but he is able to answer questions and talk about games and discuss, how to get a bigger bankroll and what books to attack and book management and all of those things. There's TJ's X handle. Hit that link and connect with our guy. TJ, thank you so much for your time, my man. Any last words for the Capper support?
Yeah, appreciate it, brother. Hopefully we get this under here in this game. Rams just scored a touchdown. So, but yeah, good luck, guys, today, and let's stay hot. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's our pleasure. There he is, our guy, TJ. Yes, my dude, but I got 40.5 and it's at 34.5 right now. I wouldn't, I don't know if I would mess with the under unless there's an early touchdown. I don't. That's too far gone. We just watched Peter have to deal with that line so far gone, and he still moved on the first half under, which I completely understand. But it's very difficult when the line moves that heavy here. Let's roll on to our next guest. A revelation last week. Now we capped with him in the chat, and we know how sharp he is, how much fun he is to cap with, but he was a revelation on our show last week. 4-0 plus 8 units. We had 3 different cappers sweep the board last week, and this was one of them, but nobody swept the board with 8 units. He's currently ranked 3rd out of 28 cappers after his first ever appearance on the show. Please welcome our guy, Old E, to the show. Old E, what's good, man? How are you?
Good morning. Is my audio sounding okay?
Yeah, it sounds good, man, and it's great to have you.
Thanks for having me back, guys.
Whew, what a performance, Oldie. How do you follow up greatness? More greatness. More greatness is the answer. Dolphins, Browns, Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. We've already set this one up, Oldie. Take it away.
You're going to have to bear with me on a couple of these because some of these lines, these bets I placed are completely gone.
Yes.
I'm going to give us stuff we're working on today. So let me get this one pulled up real quick.
And I will help with all the line shopping. So
I appreciate it. Dolphins, Browns. So my first bet that I earlier in the week, I took the Dolphins team total under 19.5. That line is gone. So what I can still give you though, and that was like before the weather, and I kind of knew how everything was playing out in this game. What led me to that was just, I think the Browns are going to run this ball. I think they're going to run the ball a lot. And I was looking at it. I was like, they're not even going to have enough time of possession to get to the 19. And then you throw in all this weather. I actually made this one official. I was bullshitting with Briz the other night in the Discord. So what I ended up doing is I'm going to take the Browns -1, which I've never done this before in NFL. If the weather is really as bad as they think it is, we may see 2-point conversions, miss field goals. So I just took the Browns -1. You can still get that on Hard Rock at -135 right now.
And I can get it at -124.
Cool.
Browns -1 at -124. Interestingly enough, the very sharp offshore has not changed the Dolphins team total. Did not change the Dolphins team total. All they did was added VIG to it.
I saw that there was one at like -215 or something like that.
This was -176.
Okay.
Dolphins team total under 19.5 at -176. If we go to other books and public books here for that Dolphins team total under, the 19.5 here is -200. They've gone down to 16.5 at -120.
Yeah, it's long gone. It's what it is. What it is.
The Browns -1 at -124 for Old E, who's never given us a loser.
No pressure. No pressure.
I love guy with you, Old E. Next up for us, Patriots Titans. Another situation with rain showers and high winds. How are you attacking it?
I jumped on this one early. Line moved against me. There's obviously coach got fired. He's getting paid $50 million not to go to work. I've made some poor life decisions. Catching 50 on the couch is wild. Okay. I still like the Patriots to handle it here. I'm not worried. I kind of went boots on the ground for this one. I have a homie that he's not like a crazy sports bettor or anything, but he's diehard Tennessee. And he's kind of been griping about this team for a while, and it's never been about the coach. He's like the organization is in shambles. So this could be, Titans show up and I lose this one, but I'll take the Patriots -6.5, -110.
Patriots -6.5 at -110 for Old.
They got the coach returning. He might break out the playbook. He might burn some one-offs. This might be like let a couple of those ones that no one's seen yet. He might rip a couple of those to, put boot to ass, to say the least. I think he wants this dub back in Tennessee.
Next up, we have Falcons 49ers, 8:20 p.m. Eastern, our Sunday night live stream, which we'd love you to be a part of, Oldie, if you are available, my friend. Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California. We've already set this one up. How are you getting paid?
This is another one. The line's gone. I was able to, it's gone on my legal. I caught the 21.5. It's still out there some places. It's pretty juicy. I'm okay giving this out at the 23.5 -110. There's a big difference between 21.5 and 23.5.
I got 21.5 right here, -133.
That's fine. I'll take that one. Okay. It kind of, my script in my head was like Bijan might be good for 2. And then when I actually looked at the player props, it's only +260 for him to get 2. So like, that's kind of crazy. So like Bijan gets 2, they throw for 1 and a field goal. So like I see a path to the 24. So yeah, if you can give me the over 21.5, I'll take it.
Falcons team total over 21.5 at -133 for Old E. Now, last week, Old E gave us a SGP on his Tampa Bay Buccaneers at +500, a 2-bet SGP at +500. These are his Buccaneers, and this is his SGP. Take it away, Old E.
I'm not going to give that one out again, but I've shown you all the way. If you're not sprinkling the Vita sack in one way or another, you're probably leaving some money on the table. I follow his Instagram, and him and Coach Moore. I talked about Coach Moore last week. They're goofing around. They're still having fun, even though everything says Lions. What I'm going to do here, so I have something to yell at the television. And, this is it's a homer bet. I don't think I've really come across anybody that's betting the Bucks. I'm going to take the Bucks +3.5.
Oh, wow. Let's see what that would pay here.
What can you find me on that one?
The Buccaneers +130.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Plus money. I can stream at the TV. Go Baker. It really is. We've been playing more than the sum of our parts. This really could be where we get exposed on the road. Lions are good. But if you're going to give me the scrappy Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the hook on the 3.5, that's plus money. I'm cool with that.
I can understand. I can completely understand the game plan. Completely understand it. Bucks 3.5 at plus 130 for Old E. Atlanta team total over 21.5 at minus 133. Patriots minus 6.5 at minus 110. Browns -1 at minus 124. And you can't get this online and social media. You can't get this on X. You can only get Old E right here on Pub Sports Radio and in our Discord. Stay hot, Old E.
I had one more in there. Saints Bears. You don't have to bring up the graphic. I know a couple cappers have been on it. Saints is the lean, but what I did, because I'll never bet on the Saints, is I'm on the Bears team total under.
Bears team total under.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see what number you are looking at and what I'm looking at. What are you looking at?
I caught a 23.5.
Bears team total under. Wow. Yeah, they're only this book's nuts. They're only offering 26.5 at minus 150. Let's see.
It's all right. That's cool. I just wanted to throw it out to the chat. That could be like a live bet. You might be able to get it in on that. But I hate to say it. The Saints really are the side here. When I kind of dove into the data, they a lot of they've kind of been getting points off of turnovers and like weird situations. So I don't think the Chicago Bears, what's reflected as their average team total, is correct. I think it's a little bit lower than that. So that's why
I'm getting it here. I have it under 23.5 at plus 110.
Sure. Throw it on my record.
Okay. Sure. All right. Bears team total under 23.5 at plus 110 for our guy, Old E. Old E, thank you for rocking with us. Can you jump on with us tonight?
I should be able to. Definitely send me the link.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Oldie going to hang with us for Sunday Night Football. Oldie, thank you for rocking with us. Coming off the best sweeping the board, ROI that we've had in 5 years. 4-0 plus 8 units. Oldie, any last words?
Not going to happen again. We know how statistics work.
No regression for this man. Come on.
We're gonna slam it in. But this is a tough week. There wasn't really too much that jumped out at me. And I'm not pulling these. You guys need to become members, do the silver, because that way you can jump in the Discord. I'm hashing these out with the other cappers. I'm working with you guys to kind of figure. I'm not just like blindly coming up with this stuff. So
I love it.
Get in that Discord, and I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
There he is, Old E in the house. We roll on to our next guest. I'm just like, it's one after another of cappers that are dominating on this show. Our next guest is currently ranked second out of 28 cappers here at 19-10 plus 8.24 units. He has won on every time he's been on our show. Week 4, 5-4 plus 0.48 units. Week 5, 8-4 plus 3.75 units. And week 6, 6-2 plus 4.01 units. Every show, it's gotten better. Every show, there's been more winning. Can he make it 4 straight? Let's bring on our next guest coming to us from Houston, Texas. We already had Marley. Man, there are some winners in Houston because Marley, our season 4 champion and season 3 runner-up. Please welcome our guy, LJ from H-Town.
From down south, where we ride on clouds. From down south, where we ride on clouds.
LJ, what's good, man? How are you?
What's going on, Jimmy? Happy Sunday football morning to you, sir. Best day of the week for me. It's time to get some money, so let's get right to work.
Well, you have been doing exactly that, LJ. Let's get started with Saints Bears. We've talked about this game, but we don't know how you, sir, are getting paid. Take it away.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm going to attack the Saints early. And early, I mean first quarter. They're 0-6 against the spread in the first quarter so far in their 6 games. 16 points total they've scored. Mind you, the Bears, 2-0 against the spread in the first quarter at home so far. 37 points total scored in the first quarter in their 5 games. I believe they come out early, jump on these Saints quick. Not a believer in the Saints offense. Spencer Rattler, he's not a quarterback in my eyes that could go on the road and compete with the type of team that the Bears are right now. And a lot of people talked about this game, Jimmy, but a lot of people failed to mention the one important storyline in this game. Who's the defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears, Jimmy?
Dennis Allen.
And where did he coach last year?
The New Orleans Saints.
The New Orleans Saints. So he knows Spencer Rattler very well, in my opinion. So I'm going to take advantage of that scenario, and I believe the Bears take advantage of these guys today. But don't want the full game. I'm going to stick to the first quarter. I got a -half at +105 to start off my cap. And I also have a prop in this game because I'm going to go to the quarterback, Caleb Williams. The Saints defense has allowed 2+ touchdowns in all 6 of their games. And I believe Caleb Williams can get those 2+ touchdowns. So I'm going to take it. Over 1.5 passing touchdowns for Caleb Williams at -121 is the number that I got. And those are my 2 plays so far starting off in this game.
LJ firing away, going for 4 straight winning shows, also in 4 consecutive weeks. Weeks 4, weeks 5, week 6, and here he is now, week 7. Bears first quarter -half +105. Caleb Williams over 1.5 passing touchdowns -121, which takes us to Patriots Titans. LJ, Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Take it away.
Yeah, Jimmy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Patriots first half -4, -105 is what I got. You might can get a better number, but. Yeah, 5-1 against the spread in the first half are the New England Patriots, averaging 17.5 points in their last 3 in the first half. The Titans, 12 points total scored in the first half in their last 4 games. And I see the coach has got fired. And I like that as far as the last capper came out. It said $50 million to sit on the couch. Yeah, that's pretty lovely, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't find those type of jobs, around. But yeah, I just believe the Titans are going to be the same Titans that they've been showing, coach or not, and the Patriots are a step up in class. Vrabel's coming back to coach, to play against the old team that fired him. So I believe he's going to have a little angst to scratch there. And I just believe the Patriots take care of business, full game as well. But like I said, I attack it early just to get in and get out. First half -4, I'm comfortable with simply because the Titans can't score in the first half.
We have a couple things here. Our guy Craig Wood found you the Bears first quarter -half at +110.
Okay.
That's at DraftKings. That's better than what I could find. But I did find you offshore. Williams over 1.5 passing touchdowns at -109. These are available right now as we speak. Then Patriots first half -4. This line is moving very quickly to the Titans. So the 4 you can have at +125. The -3 is -107. What would you like to do? The 3.5, well, 3.5 +112. So Patriots first half -3, -107, -4 +125.
We'll do the 3, 107.
-3, Patriots first half -3 available right now at -107. Interesting. Next up for us, Giants Broncos. LJ, take it away.
Giants and Broncos. Yeah, Giants. Another rookie quarterback I'm going to take advantage of simply because I just believe the Denver's defense is top notch. It's very elite. And they get after the quarterback. They have the most sacks in the league. What is it at? 52. They have 52 quarterback sacks in the league so far. So I believe Jackson Dart's going to be running around a lot today. But I don't believe a lot of points are going to be scored just because the Broncos, they don't kick a lot of field goals, but they don't give up touchdowns. So I believe the points are going to be scored very, very low. But I'm going to stick to the fact of the numbers and the trend that I have that the Broncos are going to win this game by a touchdown. I took the -7. I tweeted it out. I see it went up, but I took the -7 when it came out. Just because Sean Payton versus a rookie quarterback, I'm going to trust that. He plays very well versus the NFC. Bo Nix is 6-0 against the spread versus the NFC as a starter. So I'm going to stick to that as far as consistency there. And like I mentioned, the Giants coming back, they got to win in their division. Now they got to come on the road, West Coast versus an elite defense. And a lot of these teams don't play well in this situation. Coming off a 17-point win as a dog, and now you're a dog of +7.5. Those teams since 1988 are 55-91 against the spread. So that says fade the Giants. This worked out last week with Washington and the Bears. They came off a 17-point win versus the Chargers. They ended up losing that game versus the Bears on Monday night. So this situation is completely the same, but I'm going to trust that trend again. So Broncos -7 is what I got.
Yes, and LJ tweeted out all of this action here as well. LJ on the Broncos. Let's move on to Commanders Cowboys. and your angle was so, you like to see, who is tailing what spots, and your angle was so nice last week that our guy TJ came in and hammered it. And I don't want to let it. I want it to come from you. If you're going to hammer that again, take it away, my man.
No, we're not taking the second quarter today. It's just the matchup is too much for us points, in my opinion. So I don't have to use that right now. That was more on Carolina as well last week, more so to Dallas. It just lined up perfectly. But this week, we're on the Dallas team total over 26.5. I got it at -120, simply because I believe a lot of points are going to be scored in this game. And Dak plays well versus the Washington, 11-2 straight up in his career versus the Washington. And there's a lot of familiarity there. And when he scores his points, 4 out of the last 5 games that Dak has played Washington, you got 45 points, 38 points, 27 points, 56 points. That's an average of 41 points that the Cowboys are scoring on this defense. So I'm going to trust them put up points again. They're number 1 in the league in total yards. So what's going to change today? The defense of Washington is going to change, in my opinion. And like we mentioned a couple, on the live stream, Jimmy, I just think their defense is old. So once you start getting injuries, who are you going to bring in? And it's just going to just wither from there, in my opinion. So Dallas team total over 26.5 is what I got. And I'm also on a prop that's going to parlay to another field goal kicker when I'm done. But I'm taking Brandon Aubrey over 1.5 field goals. 8-2 last 10 division games. He's had 2+ field goals. And Washington's defense has allowed 2+ field goals in all 4 of their NFC games. So I'm going to parlay him with the field goal kicker when we talk about the next game.
So that means that you are not going, because I thought maybe you were going to hammer that angle that being so rewarding for you, Cowboys second quarters, but that's about who they're playing.
No, Carolina. It was more so Carolina.
Oh, so you were fading Carolina rather than back. Okay.
But see, Dallas was on the road. They're not so much good in the second quarter at home. They're better on the road second quarter. So it lined up perfectly for them.
Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. And Aubrey over 1.5 field goals was what, Vig?
Oh, it's -150, but I'm going to parlay it with something else to get the Vig up.
Okay. So that's part of a parlay, Brian.
Yes.
Aubrey over 1.5 field goals. All right, let's roll into our final spot on the board for LJ from H-Town. Then we have Jose Bouquet, best bets. Packers, Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. I hear the papers firing away. We know LJ's ready to rock. Take it away, LJ.
Yeah, very interesting game here. Kyler Murray has been ruled out, so we're going to roll with Jacoby Brissett in this game. But I believe it's going to be the same thing, in my opinion, as far as the first quarter, Jimmy. Both these teams going back to 2023 are good in the first quarter. Packers 10-2 straight up in the first quarter on the road versus the NFC in their last 12. 10-3 in their last 13. They've scored on the road in the first quarter. Arizona 5-0 straight up against the spread in the first quarter at home versus the NFC at home. 13-3 in their last 16. They've scored in the first quarter at home, Jimmy. So instead of me trying to take a side to see who's going to win the first quarter, how about we just take both teams to score? And I got it at a +135. I believe I get a field goal either way, touchdown, whatever the case may be. I believe both teams will score in this first quarter just because of how quickly they come out and attack. And as far as the side, I want the Packers to win. I don't believe the Cardinals got enough offensive power to keep up with the defense of the Packers. All the numbers point to them. They're number 1 in rushing allowed, so you can't run on them. So that means that Jacoby Brissett is going to have to pass. So, for you to pass 40, 50 times a game on this defense, I don't see that highly unlikely successful. So I'm just going to stick to the first quarter. Both teams can score, get off to the, good start, and just go from there. And also parlay. I also have a prop in this game as well. Jordan Love, Jimmy, over 1.5 touchdowns, got it at -108. 6-1 to the 2+ touchdowns versus the NFC on the road outside of his division in his last 7 games. And I'm also going to add the win, Jimmy. Jordan Love, 2+ touchdowns, plus them to win. It's a -108. That first one was -150. I'm sorry, I should have gave you that bid. Just to take his 2+ touchdowns is -150. But I'm also going to add the 2+ touchdowns plus the win at -108. Those two right there, I'm going to lock in. And of course, first quarter, both teams will score +135.
You are in business, my friend. So then what is the addition to Aubrey over 1.5 field goals?
We're going to get to it right now. We're going to the Colts and the Chargers game. Simply because the Chargers defense allows the most field goals made, 2+ field goals in all 6 games. And we're going to take the Colts field goal kicker, Bradley, I think his name is. I'm going to take his 2+ field goals, parlay it with Aubrey field goals, and I got a +166. That is the number for those 2 field goal kickers to kick 2 field goals. And they finish off that parlay for my field goal part.
Over 1.5 field goals. Sorry, so what was that vig there on the field goal prop?
+166.
Okay, +166. So wait, so Chargers is Dicker the kicker?
No, we're taking the Colts kicker.
Okay,
Bradley.
My bad. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I had that wrong here.
The Chargers give up the most.
Yeah,
that's why.
My bad. Tripping. Thank you. Over 1 field goals at +167.
166.
In business right now. God, it's so funny. The bots only have been hurting us on the live streams. Now we have these bots trying to get us to watch some fucking. Yeah. Sorry, trying to stay focused here. We have LJ from H-Town in the house. Ranked number 2 on our show out of 28, 19 10 plus 8.24 units. 3 straight winning weeks. Each week's been better than the last. He's Bears first quarter -0.5 +110. Caleb Williams over 1.5 passing touchdowns -109. Patriots first half -3 at -107. Now I'm kind of betwixt and in between here because you have tweeted out lines that are not quite as good. I didn't realize that you tweeted out I was line shopping for you. But we should take the lines that you tweeted out because that's
okay
for fairness with everybody here. So I'm going to switch these over here quickly because that's why you get the Broncos -7 and -110 because you tweeted it out. Now I can understand that we could give the best line available too. I'll have to figure this out, and so I'm not. We'll talk. And I'll figure this out because if there's a better line available, you should be able to get it here for our live show. And if you tweeted out a better line, I mean, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm going to keep it at -103, -107, because you can get that right now here, the Patriots first half number. And he tweeted out the Broncos. So you should, get that number that you tweeted out. Same with the Dallas team total over. So Dallas team total over 26.5. Aubrey over 1.5 field goals. Bradley over 1.5 field goals +166. Both teams score in the first quarter in Packers Cardinals +135. Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns -150. Doubling up with Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns and the win at -108. What spectacular work you've been also at your job, working so hard at the job and still making time for us on our live streams. 16-hour days, still making time for us. It means a ton to us, LJ. I hope you can be available here for our Sunday nighter live stream. I will reach out to you this evening, but thank you for all your hard work. I'm going to pop LJ's X handle here in the chat. Please support LJ, putting all his action out, asking never for anything in return. He just wants us to beat the books together. LJ, any last words for the Capper Sport the show?
Hey, let's get this money. Sunday football, man. Best week, like I said, the best day of the week, man. So let's cash. See you tonight.
Let's get it here. Yeah, I think that's fair, TJ, that if you tweet it, I mean, that's always been our rule. Yeah, I agree. And Wine Time does that for MLB. Yeah, I agree. I just feel like it's so hard for cappers to give out lines here that are available right now. That if there's any benefit I can give them, I'd like to give it to them. But no, I agree. That's it. So I think that makes sense. So let's bring on our producer here for best bets. He went 1-1, almost went 2-0 plus 2.6 units. Was unlucky not to get the money line. Let's bring him out to put a bow on our show here for today. Please welcome from San Antonio, Texas, SN1P5, Jose Bouquet. How are you?
I'm all right. I feel like I told you yesterday. I felt like Icarus yesterday. I thought that's how you were going to introduce me. But we ride on today. I've got 3 bets here that I either hate myself for making or we'll find out very quickly that I'm the smartest man in the world. Who knows?
Well, let's take it away, my friend. Fire off right now. What is bet number 1?
First one, I hate myself. The New York Jets money line. It's whatever at this point. This team sucks, but if we're going to list this at a pick'em, I'll take it. Even with no Garrett Wilson, even when Justin Fields holds on to the ball for just entirely too long and refuses to throw, The Panthers are a different team on the road. Jets money line. They find a way to win today.
And what is? Did you tweet any of these out?
No. Minus 115 is what, or excuse me, minus 110 is what I have. But
Okay.
maybe there's better out there. Who knows?
I will line shop for you. Jets money line for Jose to get started. What's next?
Next, Dallas Cowboys here. Dog the favorite. I was surprised to see it this morning, so I'll ride with the Dallas Cowboys money line. I like the Cowboys as dogs. The market definitely agreeing. So minus 125, Dallas Cowboys money line.
Cowboys money line with the Jets money line. What's next, Mr. Bouquet?
And lastly, as I know the games are starting right now, Chicago Bears, New Orleans Saints plus 3.5, just line movement based. I think the Bears fall back down to earth here and, all that good stuff.
Saints plus 3.5. Stay on with me as we put a bow on the program here. And the Saints plus 3.5, and that was available. That's available just before kickoff at plus 100. So we'll give you that. And it's just 2 cents worse than what our guy Flash gave out a little while ago. Jets minus 108, Cowboys minus 125, Saints plus 3.5 at plus 100. Again, the show has never been better. All 28 of our cappers are plus 18.88 units. Can you believe that, Jose?
I cannot. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's phenomenal, is what it is. We'll be tracking as it goes through, but it's just phenomenal work.
It's come a long way.
And we have Rod's Wacky giving you a trend just to add confidence here for you. It says bet against the Jets on the money line as an underdog. Jets record since 2024, 0-11. So
I hate myself, so I'm on the Jets.
Jim DeWiggers says never ever trust the Jets. So just a little bit, our friends just giving you more confidence.
It's just hilarious to me. The funniest stat of the day: Justin Fields' time to sack 5.75 seconds, league average 4.8. Just does not want to throw the ball. But again, do not put in Tyrod Taylor. Let Justin Fields play every single snap this season. I don't want to see him in the field one time. No Ty God, Justin Fields for the whole season. There's no point in playing him. 0. Let Fields sink to the bottom. Let him do it.
Let's review all action. We thank our guests on screen and you guys in the chat enormously. I know it's kickoff now, and I'm not going to look at what's happening, but Bobano, Spooner, Marley, Flash, Peter Loshak, TJ, Old E, LJ, and Jose Bouquet. There's our guy, Rod Zawacki, in the chat.
How could I forget, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Friends and family. I mean, come on. For the last 2 seasons. But today's the day, Jimmy. Today's the day.
It's not official. We're not making it official.
Minnesota Vikings money line, Cortland Sutton over 63.5, Travis Kelce over 3.5 catches, Cowboys money line, Pats minus 6.5, Rico Dowell touchdown, and Christian McCaffrey over 16.5 rushing attempts.
Wow.
Here we go. For the last 2 seasons, we ride today.
The futility of your friendship group is unsurpassed.
Come on.
Unsurpassed.
But just imagine, Jimmy, it's 20 to win 2,200. Oh my God! I'd love to have to figure out how to get $1,000 from one of my buddies. I'd love that.
If they're your real buddies, it's not too big of a problem.
I'd love it.
Let's talk Justin McKelvey. Stacks play today. Number 1, Justin Jefferson, 90 plus receiving yards. Number 2, Judkins over 90.5 rush yards. Our leader in the Cappers contest. The game up on myself, Spooner, and Nicholas Earl. Houston plus 3, Indianapolis plus 1.5, KC minus 11.5, Cleveland minus 2.5, Giants plus 7. Bobano gave us Browns money line, Patriots double result, Eagles money line, the over 48 in Indianapolis, Los Angeles Chargers, and the Giants plus 8.5, Cowboys team total over 27.5, and the full game over 54 in Arlington, and Arizona plus 7.5, as well as Atlanta plus 1.5, full game over 46.5. Nufflush Allen said, I'm telling you right now, you only need one bet in the San Francisco game to make money. Kendrick Bourne yards over. Or reception, whatever you want. Spooner, 8-2 through 2 weeks. Jets plus 1.5, Colts plus 2.5, 49ers money line, Texans plus 3.5. And he gave us a future, not official for the show, but Mike Evans over 1,000 yards plus 280.
Of course. That's hilarious.
Now we have, it's so funny that the Screen Variety, I don't want to say the name, but that I've been blocking their pretend people, and now they're just like, okay, screw it. Let's just.
Whatever screen that place is, maybe I'm interested now to go look it at. I've never been interested.
Oh, it's supposed to be the opposite. Now we despise that place. Now mail bombs are on the way. Don't open up any envelopes that have white powder. Raiders, Chiefs for Marley's on the over 44.5. Giants plus 8.5. Broncos team total under 24.5. The over 54 on Washington, Dallas, and Cowboys team total over 27.5. Falcons money line. Flash on Saints money line. Saints plus 3.5. Giants plus 8.5. And then the Green Bay Lions money line parlay. Low Shack Titans plus 7. First quarter under 7.5.
Where the fuck was Pete today, by the way? Pete looked like he was in a fucking sex dungeon. Like, oh my god!
Of course, he's in a sex dungeon.
Straps behind him.
Oh yeah. What do you think? What do you think he does on the weekends?
Sleep.
Well, yeah, he's a long sleeper. Saints plus 6, first quarter under 7.5, and Saints Bears. Browns first half under 17. Browns -2, -109. TJ has Saints team total over 20.5. Total sacks under 4.5. Hill anytime touchdown. Kamara over 3.5 receptions. TJ was on one today. These are really sharp looks. Geno Smith interception and team total under 17.5 plus 151. Genti over 15.5 rushing attempts. Patriots over 2.5 touchdowns in the game -129. And his 10-point teaser. New England, Tennessee over 31.5. Chiefs -3. Saints plus 14.5. Old E. Browns -1. Patriots -6.5. Atlanta team total over 21.5. And Bucks plus 3.5. And Bears team total under 23.5. And then we just went over LJ's action. Bears first quarter -0.5. Caleb Williams over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Patriots first half -4. Broncos -7. And Dallas team total over 26.5. Aubrey field goal with Bradley field goal over 1.5 each at plus 166 together. And then both teams score in the first quarter. Packers, Arizona. And Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns and over 1.5 passing touchdowns with the win. He doubled up there. And Jose, Jets, Cowboys, money line, and Saints plus 3.5. I've started out 2-0, so I'm 16-5 my last 21 in NFL. And after dropping the bag in college football, God, why does capping always have to slap us in the face? Every time you start getting too confident, they're like,
"Yeah, of course.
Here's a sharpened chopstick, just a little tickle on the throat."
It should have been known that the public was going to win after that debacle. I'm sure it took last week. It was so classic. The
problem is I went 3-0. Saints fumble, Bears recover. Wow. The problem was I went 3-0 on Friday night.
Yeah.
What did I do? I got the kids to sleep and everyone to shut up.
Yeah.
I start focusing. I go all over the notes. I'm like, I got fired this, fired that.
Yeah, I was, and it was so funny. And I was obviously looking at some bets I didn't make, and I was like, God damn you, UConn, God damn it. But yeah, shout out to Georgia at least.
Yeah, but I lost a tiny bit of money on that because I lost a double result.
Yeah, I remember that. But fuck, at least we got the one. Wow, look, Rod Z, Canucks 1-0. Maybe we need to. Oh, and Liverpool score. Let's fucking
there
go.
We go, Jose. Look at that. Look at that.
Come on.
Energy from young Bouquet.
Helga's asleep too.
S and 1P5.
Thank
you, all of you. Jose, I do want to have you closing all our shows coming up. It's a great energy push, and I love having you here. Sorry we went a little past the 1 p.m. hour. Thank you to our cappers. Go out there and get that cash. Tops at Rod Zawacki, Mally Mal, Nicholas Handy, Irish King, Kevin Garrett, Jason Meyer, the El Dorado Custodian, Jim Dewiger, YBP MMA says, let's go Vikings moneyline. Linda, it's wonderful to see you. All of you guys, Sancho, Thomas Maggio, Crip Key, Saturated, Old E, Man Bear, Pig, Brian Smith, Craig Wood, Chappie, Funk, Stand on Biz, Rob Free Bands. Thank you guys, man. And Mally Mouse says Capitals Live Moneyline. The Goracle, to all of you guys, thank you for rocking with us. Now let's go out there and get that cash. Mr. Bouquet, could you please bless our action and lead us into the future?
Yep. Shout out to Gorky, by the way. I had a shit day, so I know Gorky had a great day yesterday. So I know that. So shout out to Gorky. Can't wait to see what he's up to.
You know what? I don't know if you noticed my thing, last thing here, but at CFL, I was so confident. And I went 1-4 on Friday, and then I went 5-0 on Saturday to get to the black, because I guaranteed a positive ROI, but I sure did it in a sloppy fashion.
Yeah, I haven't calculated my college football record yet, but we'll still be up money. So at least there's that.
Will we have confidence starting next week? No.
No, the breakdowns will be significantly different in tone next week, guys, but it'll be fun to be a part of either way. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully 2-0 Canucks. Good God. Maybe we're the secret sauce for the Canucks. You're welcome. Whoever the fuck the coach is. Terry DeBoer? I don't know. But shout out to you guys in the chat. Mally Mal, Rob Free, Pipe Layer. Thanks, Rod, for making me feel more confident in my bets. And let's go make some money today. And Leche, los bookmakers.